Hello guys, welcome. Hello Sirius first. Hello Pannaga. Hello Pandeji. Hello Gandhar. Welcome guys. Welcome. What's up guys? What's up? What's up? Tell me. क्या चल रहा है? Hello Sirius. बताओ. Well, CA is coming. He's just like 5-10 minutes late. Um, he was obviously he has work, so times fluctuate. भाई 9 तो कब के बज गई? Yes, आदर्श, I know. Sometimes time fluctuates, Adarsh. It's not in our control. We काम होते हैं, काम से थोड़ा सा लेट हो जाता है. I'm very sorry, but it's all right. Tell me, what are you guys up to? नया साल कैसे बीत रहा है अभी तक? इंडियन टाइम, हाँ. इंडियन टाइम, ऑनेस्टली यस, इंडियन टाइम. सीरियस ने एकदम सही बोल दिया यार. इंडियन टाइम है ये, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But yeah, I mean, hello. So these big coaches, oh my god, Adarsh. I know, CA. Just joking. Hey man, it's all right, man. See, the thing, what happens is we lose track of time because we love coaching so much, and what happens is once while you are coaching now, you don't have a track of time. Oh, itne baj gaye, and all. You don't really have a track of time, and that sort of hinders you. And I completely understand. Hello Ansh. Hello guys. आ जाओ तब तक थोड़ी हम बात कर लेते हैं जब तक he's coming. We'll talk a bit. And obviously today's episode is going to be very different because today we have, as you know, we have CA, and CA's journey has been quite different from the other coaches that I've brought up until now. This podcast is like launch of multi-star cast movie. क्या बात है कंदर. Hello Kashmin. Hello guys. Hello. Coaches don't ज्ञान बांटे रहो. कोचेस फिलोसफी ज्ञान बांटे रहो. सही बोल, एकदम सही. सीरियस नोस. कौशिक भाई ऐसे क्वालिफाई नेक्स्ट वीक से स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं ना. मे बी अंश. कर्मा हेलो. नहा कर आ गए क्या गॉडस्पीड भाई? नहाया भाई हूँ यार, बहुत पहले ही नहाया था, बट ठंड के वजह से ना बाल उतने सूखते नहीं है यार. अच्छा, पीछे का लाइट भी जला देता हूँ, थोड़ा पीछे थोड़ी रोशनी आए, है ना. तुम लोग ये नहीं बोलो कि भाई जिम चालू किया है कि नहीं. ट्रेनर को आए हुए एक 20 दिन, 1 महीने हो चुके हैं. आई डोंट रिमेम्बर एग्जैक्टली, बट हाँ, हो चुके हैं टाइम. आप C4 प्लान करो दोस्तों, दिल्ली आ जाओ, कुल्फी बनेगी तो उसका कहना ठंड, उसका कहना ठंड. यार रिले, बात तो सही है. ठंड तो इधर भी है भाई, बहुत ठंड है. हैंडसम वॉच, थैंक यू करो. दिल्ली में ठंड तो है यार, हमारे यहाँ भी वैसे कम नहीं है यार. इट फील्स लाइक ऑलमोस्ट 12 degrees, इवन दो इट इज 18 राइट नाउ. इट्स 18 degrees राइट नाउ. दिल्ली छोड़ो, हिमाचल आओ, आप बेड से नहीं उठोगे. सही बात है भाई. even though it is 18 right now, it just feels like 12 or something. Like Calcutta में पहले 12 degrees भी जा चुका है, 10 degrees भी जा चुका है, but I never felt so cold. वो literally मेरे पैर जम चुके हैं, मैं यहाँ पे बैठा हूँ तो, and I feel like wearing a cap and everything. So yeah. सोचो मेरा दर्द जिस दिन लोएस्ट गया था टाइम दिल्ली में, वो सुबह में रिक्शाओं में बैठा था, वो भी ड्राइवर के साथ वाली सीट कुल्फी। अरे 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 ले, यहाँ हिमाचल में 12 डिग्री कुछ नहीं। आई अंडरस्टैंड कि आप लोग के वहाँ ज़्यादा है, पर यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि अब जैसे मुंबई वालों के लिए तो 20 डिग्री ठंड है, तो ऐसे ही कैलकाटा वालों के लिए भाई 12 डिग्री 10 डिग्री इज अ लॉट, यू नो। सो इट इज अ लॉट। यहाँ तो एकदम हॉट जैसे समर हो। अरे अरे अरे। हेलो टोर भाई, यहाँ दिल्ली में 6 डिग्री है, मुंबई वाला तो 20 डिग्री में मफलर स्वेटर पहन लेता है, 25 से नीचे नहीं जाता। डैम कर्मा, वेयर डू यू लिव? सी से लिख लेंगे। ओके 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 गाइस, आई सी व्हाट यू आर गेटिंग एट। ओके पन्नगा, तुम्हारा एंड गेम समझ में आ रहा है मेरे को। गोवा, अच्छा। डैम, गोवा, नाइस। ये से कुछ लीक करवाओ आज। क्या लीक करवाऊं गाइस? बताओ, तुम बताओ क्या लीक चाहिए तुम्हें। यू ऑलरेडी नो द टीम ही इज वर्किंग विथ अभी, है ना? और क्या चाहिए? और क्या करवाऊं? कुछ भी चलेगा। ये मतलब टॉर इज लाइक, देखो भाई, हमको मिलने से मतलब है, वी आर वेरी इनोसेंट पीपल, हमको मिलने से मतलब है। आप मेरे को, आप हम लोग को जो भी दे दो, हम खुश हैं उसमें। सही है भाई, सही है। कुछ ब्लीड के लीक्स दो ना, सीरियस। वो लीक तो आप ही दे सकते हो सर, यार ऑनेस्टली सीरियस। द हेड ऑफ कंटेंट तो ही नोज एवरीथिंग। हम तो हमें तो मतलब इधर उधर से स्प्रिंकल्स पता चलते हैं, असली तो माल तो सीरियस के पास है। दिल्ली ऐसी हम जगह है, हर सीजन का फील मिलता है। विजय विंटर, सिकनेस टाइम, स्प्रिंग और ऑटम, नाव के बराबर गर्मी झेल लेता हूँ आराम से, फिर मानसून बिजली। अरे 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 ले, और भाई चड्डी का कलर चलेगा। आपकी स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट, आज मैं लीक करूंगा। क्या बात है, क्या बात है, देख लो गाइस। ओके लेट्स गो सीरियस। बताओ गिव अवे का रिजल्ट गाइस हम नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में करेंगे, बिकॉज सीरियस विल बी ट्रैवलिंग करेंटली, सो आफ्टर ही रीचेस हम वी विल रिलीज द गिव अवे रिजल्ट्स। या विल रिलीज द गिव अवे रिजल्ट्स वंस सीरियस रीचेस देयर, यू नो। कौन सा गिव अवे? अभिनव तुम्हें गिव अवे नहीं पता? $500 वाला गिव अवे जिता दो मेरे को। दैट इज 100 into 5। अभिनव, गो टू सीरियस ट्विटर अकाउंट, you will see giveaway. Go to Bleed's account, you will see a giveaway. दो giveaways हैं। Bleed वाला जो giveaway, that will be announced on Bleed's Twitter. Which team on 7 confirmed? चलो confirmed। Enigma ने region change किया क्या? Yes। अच्छा, I saw that। ऐसे challenges leak। I wanna participate। Go and participate, Abhinav। And one is on Serious's Twitter. Serious के Twitter पे भी है, so make sure you go there and participate as well. सही है भाई, खेल लो हमारी फीलिंग्स के साथ. Oof. I thought I won't be able to win Blade giveaway, so I ignored. नहीं नहीं अभिनव, ऐसी क्या है? You don't know who might just win. How can you say that you won't win? Anybody can win, bro. That's the whole point. Anybody can win. A, B, C, W.
Yo,
Hello, see.
where did you send me the video?
You have to send me your.
Oh fuck yeah.
आज थोड़ा nostalgia हो रहा तो old Pokemon
I'm
games
so
खेल.
lost. I'm
Damn.
so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. I know my question.
हाँ,
जब तक सीए नहीं आ रहा, सीरियस को बुला लो.
आ गया भाई, आ गया. Copy. You want Discord or WhatsApp?
Wherever you want
Yeah,
to send me.
I'm sending both.
Okay. मैं तो ट्विटर चलाता नहीं, इसमें मेरा क्या फायदा. वाओ अंश, ये आ गया. यस,
Message
ये इज हियर.
sent.
नमस्ते अंकल जी. टेम. Voila.
Is it working?
Yeah. Test cam working. Okay. Nice.
Let me just wait.
Nice. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Yep. Well, guys, this is the layout. Double sound, Ari. Double sound. Did you not disable your sound there?
Oh, maybe no. I'll mute it. Should be fine now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Mute Ninja. Yes, yes. तो अंकल बनियान में घूम रहे हैं और आप बोल रहे हो ठंडी. अरे भाई, पापा अलग हैं. देखो, पापा को ठंड नहीं लगती. हेलो राजा. हेलो गाइस. सो
Is that cold?
it's very cold here.
What is very cold? Like 10, 15?
It's so the temperature is 18, but it feels like 12.
Oh, is it like windy?
Very windy. Hello Net. Hello
That makes
Darshan.
sense.
So guys, let's get started. Right. Of course, we have, just to give you an introduction, a small introduction, we have Nikhil CA Bhansali. You guys know him as CA. Since most of you are from Valorant, I'll just tell you his Valorant background and then we'll get to what he used to do. But his Valorant background is, very simple. All of you know, started as a caster and an analyst, contributed as an analyst for G and VLT, and then contributed as a coach for VLT, and has now worked with different orgs for different reasons. लगता है आप दोनों को किडनैप करके दिल्ली में 1 मंथ रखना होगा और एक्चुअल डेफिनेशन. ओके.
Bro, I lived in Delhi, chat.
Yeah.
So I know what you mean.
Everybody can enter the giveaways, guys. What are we talking about today? We are talking about CA. CA is the topic.
This is the first time this is happening to me, man. I don't think I've always been the host. I don't think I've ever been in the thing where someone talks about me. It's
So,
gonna be weird.
let us start with CA. Let us start with your, roots, let's say. And not
Okay.
even esports, but gaming, right? So, what was
Oh.
the first game that attracted you towards this genre, towards gaming?
Like, do you mean like competitive gaming or gaming in general?
Gaming in general.
Okay, because for me, gaming used to be like Batman and FIFA, and so FIFA. I think FIFA would probably be one of the first games that I remember. I'm sure I played games before that, but I used to have an Xbox when I was a kid. Um, yeah, I was one of the lucky kids who got gifted, like, I think when I was in second grade or first grade or something. My parents, because my cousins convinced my parents that I needed an Xbox so they could use my Xbox to play for themselves. But my parents got me an Xbox, and it had like IndyCar and FIFA, and I don't know, some WWE. It had WWE and other games. So that's where I got into gaming. Like my Xbox was my first introduction, and then eventually I got a 360. But I would just play single player games. Like I played COD in cafes for a bit. But yeah, it never like for me gaming was like like going and playing football downstairs.
Yeah.
I never thought of it as like, oh, I can. Even when I played COD, it was like I'm competing against my friends. I didn't think I could actually compete worldwide and shit like that.
Okay. So let us now move to the esports aspect, right? What drew
Okay.
you towards esports?
Um, okay, I'm not gonna lie in this interview. Okay, I will make the stand now. I will not keep facts, but honestly, the money. Like I got into League of Legends
Yeah.
very early into my college. Like first year, I joined a frat, and surprisingly, because it's Canadian frat, it was filled with gamers.
Yeah.
So we would all get absolutely sloshed, and we would game. Like or other things. Obviously, can't talk about other
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
but
Obviously.
we would game, and like I used to be a fucking noob, like complete noob. Wait, can I cuss?
Yeah. I mean, hello. This is.
Okay, yeah. Just confirming. But yeah, I would game, and I used to be a noob, and that's what it was like for me. It was just fun, like I was learning, um, when like you're doing random things, playing Kazakh's Maid, stuff like that. But eventually, like I remember one summer I came back to India, and it was when I was getting better at League. Like it was getting to the point where I would reach silver gold, and that's a big deal for me because back then I'd never played a
Yeah.
competitive game before that. So I was reaching silver gold. I came back to India, and I was so bored in India because all of my friends were in internships and stuff during summer breaks, so I had nothing to do. And MSI was going on, mid-season invitational, and I just opened it and I was like, holy, because the production was better than any cricket match I've ever seen. Like in my opinion, even better than all the football Premier League. Because football Premier Leagues, the commentators just talk. They just blah
Yeah.
blah blah. In league, the commentators were actually like hyping it up. I felt excited when someone made an insane play. I learned like 20 different things from every match because the color caster kept giving me random facts, not just about the game, but like about lore and stuff. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, this is really cool. And then I checked out like how many streamers there were, and I was like, wait, this has money? And that's where I got interested into esports. I was like, wait, I can actually make money doing this? Like, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it was money, but then, like, your passion for League grew, right? From what I
Yeah.
understand. And then you did go off and work as an analyst in League, right? So tell us about that experience.
Oh, so my team, my college university had a team. So we had multiple teams. Like there was a main varsity team which would go and play and all that. So I helped them as an analyst, but I would also play in like semi-pro teams in the collegiate scene all around. I say semi-pro because I don't know what to call it, but I guess you would call it collegiate in Valorant now.
Yeah.
Um, and I started playing. I became an analyst, I guess, because like out of all the players in my teams, we were all like, so our university had multiple faculties. Four of us were from math, which is also the computer science faculty. So in
Okay.
my university, computer science falls under math, and then one guy was engineer, and then we got this new guy from arts who became our AD carry and our star player. And it was funny because like I decided I would step down because back then I used to be the carry. So at first I stepped down, I became the support. I tried to lead for a bit, but then I just didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, screw it. I'm just going to help you guys as much as I can. So I became an analyst. And then one fine day after our team won this big match, we were all just rewatching it while grabbing a couple drinks, and they were all like, bro, what if one of us is casters? I'm like, you know what, guys? I did public speaking my entire life. I've been doing debates and MUNs and all that, blah blah blah. So let me give it a shot. And I was drunk, okay, so I did a very bad job, but I was excited. So they got excited. I'm like, wait, I could actually cast. So that's where like I got into casting and so on. But I think my first foray was just like as a player, like because competitiveness, that's why I think I still come back to being a coach because I really cannot help the competitive part of me.
Hmm. That's true. So now let us get to the COVID phase, right?
Oh my.
COVID starts. Valorant is beginning to, rise in India.
Yeah.
and you're one of the first casters, let's say, right, of the scene that stood out to people, right? So
Hmm.
what did you focus on, if anything at all, when you were transitioning from League to Valorant in terms of casting? And how did you find the scene overall in that extent? Because you went from, doing stuff in the collegiate league in NA,
Uh-huh.
in the collegiate sort of tier, to,
Yeah.
working here almost in, this was tier one South Asia, right? There is no
Yeah.
bigger tier than that, right? I mean,
It's
maybe
the only
South Asia is
tier.
not tier one according to people, but this is as good as it gets, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us about that.
So I was actually Legends of Runeterra had come out a few months before Valorant,
Yeah,
and I was trying to be a pro player in LORs. I'd gotten to masters. I would like spend my I would live in India, but my time zone was NA, so I would spend the entire day sleeping, and
yeah,
in the night I would be like grinding LOR tournaments. And then one random day on like a League of Legends Facebook group, Bishi posted saying, "Hey, we're looking for casters for TEC's League of Legends South Asia tournament." I'm like, okay, why not? I
yeah.
mean, I am free as hell. Like I have nothing to do. It was when like my university was getting over too, so I literally nothing to do. I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And it didn't clash with my LOR tournament. So I did it, and they liked what I did. I did not like what I did in retrospect. They liked what I did.
Yeah,
So they called me back. I think it was for some Aces ROG again league, and this time they
yeah.
actually paid me. The first time they didn't pay me. Okay, so this
Okay.
time they actually paid me. They're like, we'll give you 2,500 for 3 days. I'm like, okay, cool. From zero pay to some pay sounds good. I did it. I was like, yes, I made money. And then I think Valorant was like it had already released. I had been playing it in the beta, but I never actually took it seriously. But I think it was Nabu who came to me. He's like, "Bro, we're going to be doing a 5 month Valorant series. We need casters, but we can only afford to pay a very small amount. Like I'm not going to say the amount. You know the amount, Godspeed. I don't want to say it publicly, but very
Yeah,
small amount.
yeah.
Okay,
Very small
and it's
amount.
it's working 30 days a week. But at
Yeah.
that point, I was just like, okay, my logic was I was going to stay in India for like 6 months, maybe 1 year. And then as soon as COVID is over, just zoop, instantly I'm back to Canada and continuing my life there. I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
But then I started Valorant and I found everything in Valorant that I did not have in League, which is League is fucking slow. It is,
True.
I love it, okay, don't
True.
get me
True.
wrong, but league is so slow. It is not something I can carry, at least in like the elo I used to play back then was like at least diamond. Now I'm way down. But you cannot carry 1v5 in league. You can carry 1v5 in Valorant. As much as it sucks, you can try to carry. And I was like, okay, that is great. But number two was I was like, I used to be an Overwatch player, and everything I hated about Overwatch was fixed in Valorant. Like the
True.
fucking hit scan. There was no hit scan in Valorant. There's no like massive body shape. So if you're playing a tank, you can't get screwed. Just because you're playing an initiator, you're the same
Yep.
as a duelist. So all that was fixed, and that's what attracted me to Valorant, I guess. But I don't know why I stood out, honestly, in the first few months of me casting, because I have gone back and watched my casting. It was not good. I was only excited. I think that was the only good part I took away from it. Rest of it was not good casting, fam.
Yeah. I mean, excitement, bow ties, and your smile, right?
I mean, I guess so, but I don't know. Because even then we had Hypoc, Pansy, and all that, and
Yeah.
I instantly looked up to them because they were better than a lot of league casters too.
Yep.
I was like, okay, I need to become that. But yeah, I think
Alright.
that was the only phase of my life where I've had to actually grind. Like every other time in my life, I'm like a smart worker greater than hard worker. But
Yeah.
that part of like the 6 months, I would cast for like maybe 4 5 hours a day. I would watch wards for like another 4 5 hours a day. And I spend like 2 3 hours just messing around in custom. So I like spend 10 to
Yeah.
12 hours a day on Valorant alone. And yeah, just grind, grind, grind.
I mean, it is a lovely addiction. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
That is the perfect way to say it.
Coming from CS:GO, I understand completely. Like at the
Yeah.
same level of addiction in CS:GO, where I used to, just get into customs, find stuff that people didn't know, and Valorant is pretty much the same for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
people as Darshan actually explains sort of we were wondering as
Let me
to,
open chat.
you know, why you stood out. And he says,
Uh,
no offense, but other casters were dead talking, and Valor needs hype.
fair.
I think that's fair. That is why you see in Hindi casting, you see Ocean just cracking it, right? Because that
Yeah,
guy can hype.
Ocean is hype. Yeah.
That guy is hype, literally personified.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like his ability to hype is, well, it's just class. And yeah, his knowledge for BGMI again is very good. I don't know how his knowledge of Valorant is, but again, similarly
Mhm.
for CA also, like he also took time in transitioning from League to Valorant in terms of knowledge. So maybe
Yeah.
other casters that are now coming in, like Ocean and everyone, because they clearly have the voration skills right now.
Yeah.
It's all about gaining knowledge of Valorant. Question for CA: best player
Yeah.
he coached or was analyst for?
In what role?
Any role, best, just the best.
Man, that's so hard. Um, like, okay, I'm gonna only talk about players I feel I directly impacted.
Okay.
Not necessarily players I worked with.
Yeah.
Might have been better, but I don't think I directly impacted them. But I don't know if I did impact this player or not, but I do think that he was very appreciative of, like, he always made me feel good about talking to him, and he always seemed to want to listen or improve
I
at
can
least. So
guess who this is.
yeah, I think it's Hellfighter for me.
Yeah.
It's just he's one of the, I don't know. I think he has the biggest potential in India.
True.
Um, I've been a little sad to see it not come out over the last year. I hope it comes out next year. But he has the capability to become India's best IGL. Like, he has brilliant reads on the game. One of the more consistent players. I've rarely seen like his mental get fucked. Has got fucked sometimes,
Yeah.
but yeah, like he has all the right tick marks,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
that you would want from a pro player.
It's because see, as a kid, right, when he was growing up, he's seen
Uh,
the old school meta of competitiveness, right, in India.
yeah,
But at the same time, he was young enough to be considered young here as well. So that's a
yeah,
very weird, you know, very
senior but not
weird
senior.
graph, a quadrant sort of to put him in, and
Yeah,
it works in his favor.
yeah.
Darshan says, I thought you would say Venka Bond.
I think Venka he is he got too much too early, in my opinion. He's
That's
still
true.
probably the most prodigious player from India, but he just tasted too much success too early, and he's just not in the right point in his life to be able to commit to esports
Yeah,
in general. He's too young, you know.
that's
So in
true.
Fortnite, you can afford to do that because it's just random tournaments. You don't really need a team to practice with and all that, but you can't do that in Valorant.
That's true. That's true. And I completely agree with the Venka point. I think he did achieve a little bit, like he he got like recognition, a lot of recognition just too
Hmm.
quickly, and sort of maybe that strayed him away from what he could have been. He can still be one of the best players
He will
for,
still be, yeah.
yeah,
I'm 100% sure.
because he has the potential. It's just about, you know working on the potential and also finding the right fit for himself in terms of teams once he is free.
It's like something I think most people don't realize about Venka. Everyone thinks Venka is just some aim god, right? Which he is. Don't get me wrong. He is an aim god. But the biggest plus point of Venka is not his aim. It's actually his read on the game. He
Yep,
can be
that's true.
an incredible IGL. Um, and honestly, that is for almost everyone in Chilcard. Their it's just their biggest weakness, which also happened to be like Godspeed knows this. It is the one thing that I am not necessarily great at coaching is mental. It's like the entire team, they're kids, so it's hard
Yeah,
for them to be like everyone becomes mature learning through life. They need
it's
to
hard
go
to
through life.
be it's hard to be able
Yeah.
to handle kids, especially kids whose main whose main driving factor is an ego, sort of. Like,
Yeah.
because
Good
at
ego,
that
but yeah.
age you just want to be better than everyone else, and
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, that is an ego, and that is necessary, but
Yeah.
it has to be controlled by someone, you know.
Yeah.
Because again, I have always said to see as well, conflict is necessary, but when conflict deals damage, then it has to be controlled, because
Yes.
it cannot deal long term damage. Short term damage, yeah, maybe you will, through conflict you will have some personal issues short term, but then they'll come to realize the potential and work towards it. Good example of it would be Haikyuu, the anime. Like, if anyone understands, it sort of a very similar situation where there was a clash of egos, and the coach actually let it be rather than try to handle it, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
sort of realized their potential, worked on it, and they improved individually and as a result together as a team as well. So can't even
Yeah.
blame
In
them.
that way, like
Yeah.
Chilcott taught me so much too, because I love conflict. I think you know this. Maybe you guys don't, but I run towards conflict. I think conflict demands change, and I like change.
Yep.
So change automatically helps a team get better. Um, that's my POV. But what you said, right, is something I learned through Chilcott, which is like conflict is not necessarily always good because it can
Exactly.
result in long-term damage. So I learned how to help my players juggle that line, I guess, where you have to still keep the conflict while understanding where you crossing the line and where it's getting personal maybe, or where your friendships are getting affected because of the game. And like, I know a lot of people think that Chilka just disbanded. It was always the plan, at least from my perspective, because in 6 months Glyph was going to study.
Yeah.
Venka's on, we're going to get their exams. Techno is writing his boards right now. So yeah, it was always the plan, but I think they're gonna come back. Like in a matter of a few months, they'll all be back once their boards are all done. Summer break probably. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
But
excited to see how much they actually learned from me, because that's
yeah.
one complaint I always have about Indian teams, which is
Yeah.
okay.
But
I
this
don't
is
know
the
if I should say
worst.
this, but
But this is the
yeah,
worst time to not be there. And we'll talk about
Eh,
why
yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
later. We'll also talk about Sahil, your question and everything. Darshan, your question as well. We'll first talk about CA's journey in Valorant after casting, right? And then from there on, we'll move into questions, right? So, CA, obviously, casting and all, you sort of became the go to man, right, for everyone.
I don't know if I would say that, but okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, that's the truth, right? Everybody wanted CA to cast their, tournaments. So from there on, right? How
Uh,
difficult was it to move into an analyst role for, let's say, Velocity, and also to help? How was it like helping a team like Global working under someone else? Because at Velocity,
oh,
you were the only one, right? You were
yeah,
helping Velocity as an analyst in your first tenure, right? And
yeah,
then from there on to GE, where you were working under someone actually.
yeah, yeah.
So how would you
I think
contrast the two things?
it was way easier with G. Even though the tournament was harder, the work was harder. Me
Yeah.
as a person, I felt very lost in my first stint at VLT, because it was my first time like in Valorant being an analyst. And in League, when I was an analyst, my team would just ask me to do things. Like they would want help for specific things. But when I first joined VLT, they were like, "You help us however you can." I'm like, "Huh? I don't know how to do that. I can help you in every way. Just tell me what you want, you know?"
Yeah.
So I remember one task they gave me was like, "Bro, our assigned post plan sucks. Tell us how to solve it." And I'm like, you guys are playing too passive. You need to play on choke points, which is heaven and short a lot more, and fight on those choke points. And if you're playing passive, then the crossfires need to be a main in sight, not like four people inside playing passive, because you're gonna get broken for sure. And that's when I saw impact. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what an analyst is supposed to do. But then in that way, G was easier because all I had to do was scout. That's what Shinobi needed from me, just to scout the opposition and VOD review the team, tell him what mistakes were made. Or not even Shinobi. I mostly interacted with Hell Ranger, and it was easier to do. But both the experiences together made me realize that I don't want to be an analyst. I do want to be a head coach, but I want to build my own thing. Like, so if I am going to work under someone else, I would rather be a strategic coach because that's what my strength is, I think. And
True.
that's something I still haven't gotten to do, like just work exclusively on strats under someone. So I hope I get to do that someday.
Yeah, man. Who knows?
Yeah.
We will also talk about that as well later. Who
Hmm.
knows? But yeah.
Yep.
Abdullah, to answer your question, who was he working under? He answered it. It was Shinobi, but he was mostly communicating with Hellranger. And yeah, we'll get to these questions, Arpit, because there are a lot of these questions, and I also have sort of a discussion planned about a surprise leak that you guys wanted, and I won't be leaking stuff, but whatever I have, whatever has been leaked so far, I just talk about that and revolve around that. Nothing else.
Okay.
I'll not be leaking anything more than that. But yeah, moving to your second tenure as in VLT, right? Where a lot of people
Ah,
don't know about it, but you were actually brought in as a coach and not just an analyst, right? You were brought in as a coach, and
yeah,
along with
somewhat.
it, you were not just the coach, but you were also sort of the head of content or the content man, right?
Hmm.
So how did you juggle the two roles? Because those are two contrasting roles again, right? Because one is
Yeah.
within the server, one is outside the server, right? Very different
Yeah.
roles. So
So it's like you said, for APAC, actually, I approached VLT. Even G, I approached G. I was like, I was a Nodwin at that time, so I took permission from Nodwin. I'm like, hey, these teams are going international. I want to help them. I think I can help them. So the first APAC VLT went to, I approached them like, hey, I think I can help you guys, and they were very reciprocative. It worked out very well because I was able to help them in small extents to what they wanted. Obviously, we did not get the results we wanted, but in terms of our relationship, we saw a clear path forward as to how I could function within the team. So as the team came back, they're like, "Hey, CA, we want to like actually make a splash in next APAC. We don't want to just end off in groups. We want to go to playoffs, maybe top four, maybe top two, go Masters.
yeah,
But we need someone permanent to do that, and or not even permanent. Like we need someone to continuously be with us, not just come in the last
all
moment.
the time. Yeah,
Yeah, and so the offer was like I could be part time, stay at Nodwin, but that month was hell for me because
yeah,
I would wake up like 9 a.m. I would do some Nodwin work around 12, 1 p.m. The team would meet till 7, 8 p.m. I would be with the team. Then 8 to 12, I would cast. I would work like, I don't know, like 12 to 14 hours a day. I would go sleep and then I would wake up again. And the work wasn't the problem. It was just that my relationship started to get affected.
yep,
I did not have time at all for that. And I was like, no. So when they offered that, I was like, okay, no, I'm going to pick. I'm going to either commit to Nodwin and forget about coaching ever again in my life and just commit to being a caster. And like,
yeah,
that was when I was starting to move into management at Nodwin, like project management and content management and stuff, or I would commit to VLT. So I had a chat with Sentinel, and he's like, I need someone who can do management. So I'm like, oh, wait, okay, that's perfect. Because I
yeah,
don't want to just be the coach for the team. So then the question became, what role would I have? And I didn't want to be called the coach because it wasn't my team. Like, I was still just trying to improve them. It wasn't my foundation that it
yeah,
started off with. I came in and I helped them, So that's why I thought, like, I didn't want to be called the coach. And I think they long term planned to get for franchisee a foreign coach as well. So I was fine with it. But that I think that's something most people don't realize is like I didn't while I functioned as the coach for all of SCS, it was like a lot of ideas were mine, yes, but a coach, in my opinion, the way I am right now, it is my decision at the end of the day. It was never my decision back then. It was my ideas, and that is the biggest difference that I wanted to maintain because Amit Rasu was our leader, you know,
yeah,
um, and he was a great one, like in every way. He had the mental capacity to be a leader because of his experience. He had the actual game sense, which everyone was about. I don't need to expand on it. So I was comfortable letting those roles be because I felt if I came in as a coach, I would upset that hierarchy. And I'm not the kind of guy who likes to half-ass it. Ki, like Amit Rasu आधा lead लेंगे, मैं आधा lead लूंगा ना. So I think that is something I thought would work out, but ended up being actually an issue going into the rest of the stint. But talking about juggling the roles, again, it is something where I realize now in retrospect realize that I shouldn't have actually done it, because it ended up being the same work schedule. Like I would wake up at 9 a.m. I would take like calls with brands. So my job was to work with sponsor activations and to do content. So I would wake up, take calls with brands, I would plan the content out, I would assign tasks and take the help of Batura, Pranay, and Vaishnav, all that. And then I would start working. I would on the things I wanted the team to do. I would find scrims. I was also functioning as the manager. And then the entire day would be scrims. As soon as the day was over, or maybe between scrims during lunch break, I would again be on call with brands. So it was like 12 to 14-hour work days, and I got burnt the fuck out, because that was like 3 months continuously me just working 14-hour days. And that's why, like, when we didn't get franchisee, for sure, when I heard about it, I was like, I don't really want to sit and do nothing here, Sentinel, because
Yeah.
Sentinel wasn't sure if they were going to expand VLT, if they were going to make VLT smaller. And that's when I decided it's better to just let them take their time and figure out their future, and let me take my time to just relax for a few months and figure out my future.
Yeah. So just to clarify, there are a couple of questions regarding that. फिर UFO क्या करता था? So guys, UFO was the team manager or the manager, sort of.
Organization manager,
Yeah, yeah,
So he would ensure our boot camp was stocked always. The team had all the peripherals they need. He manages the entire organization.
exactly.
So like when we came to Chennai for boot camp, for example, UFO handled the entire thing. He made the drive and stuff, which was kind of insane. So yeah, like anything related to logistics. So from a Nordwind perspective, the roles we had, I think our titles were wrong. But from a Nordwind perspective, he was the head of operations, even though I was called the head of operations. And I was actually the head of marketing, maybe, because that's what content and sponsor activations actually come into. But yeah, I think that would be the right roles.
Yeah. So guys, no, I will not tolerate any Euphoria slander. Hello, okay?
Bro,
Because
Euphoria is one of the hardest workers I've ever seen, period. So please don't hate on him, guys. The damager thing is just a joke for everyone there.
yeah, and just so you know, guys, whatever whatever your feelings might be regarding Euphoria, um, you have to still understand that if he was not valuable, he would not be there for so long, right?
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
understand. I'm just clarifying that, no company is going to keep an employee who is not valuable to them. So if you think he's not valuable, then there's no point, there's no way Anna would keep him. So if Anna keeps him, that means he's very valuable to the team. Not just keeping
Not
him, but
even
like,
valuable, but to be frank, U4 does the job of multiple people. So if Anna were to lose him, if Sentinel were to lose him, he'd have to hire multiple people to fill that role. There's no
yeah.
way. At least I don't know of any single person who can do that many roles.
Yeah, we'll come to that, Abdullah. We'll come to that question. Existence, he already answered the question about how it was working with Amaterasu, but see if you'd like to expand on that. How was it working with Amaterasu?
It was enlightening in two ways. One, because I learned a lot from him. Um, Not just necessarily game wise, right? But how to manage a team,
Yeah,
how to like that mental aspect again. Because that period during VLT was when I realized that I went into VLT thinking, hey, these are pro players. Their mental is going to be fine. I'm just here for the strats, you know. Um, it was not. I think everyone knows that, but I did not know how to help with that. I tried, obviously, but I did not like. I'm a guy who has a plan for everything. I had no plan as to how to help with their mental.
understood.
And Amit Rasu would actually do a lot in that regard. And I learned from him. He taught me like, see, you have to understand the person this way, and you have to like, you can give feedback to one person this way. You have to give a different kind of feedback to another person. Like how each person receives feedback is different, right? So that's some things I learned from him. But it also enlightened me in the sense that he is very much, his experience comes from CSGO and mine does not. So the way we look at the game, in some aspects is very similar, but in some aspects it's very different. And it came to the point where I would question, not because of him, but because of all the people who would send insane hate. Where I was like, maybe I'm just an idiot from League of Legends who doesn't know what he's talking about, and I would question my own POV, which is where again he would enlighten me like, well, if that was true, then you wouldn't be here. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true.
So that's how my experience was with him.
That's true. Well, moving on from that, let us talk about the Sleepy's arrival, right? Did you,
Hmm.
how much, like, again, we know that through that interview, which you did with Anna and Sleepy, right? The welcome
Hmm.
interview thing, sort of like an announcement sort of thing.
It's supposed to be like a press conference,
Yeah,
and
it's like a football thing, right? Most.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So from that, we sort of understood that Sleepy is coming in, is coming on board, but not as like a pure coach or something, but he's
Hmm.
coming in as, a consultant, sort of, right? And
Yeah.
so, what was the extent of his involvement? How much was your interaction with Sleepy? And was there any sort of delegation or line which you guys drew? Like, you will
Yeah.
handle this, you will handle that. And what were the plans? Let's say if you guys were to get the slot or whatever, if you guys were to continue, what is the plan after APEC?
Okay, so I think the plans changed over time.
Yeah,
But when I was first hired, there was a discussion of coaches to hire. You know about this. I'm not going to mention which coaches were discussed. Um, but the discussion was along the lines of, do we need a coach? And the first answer we arrived at was actually no, we don't need a coach, because the responsibilities a coach would fulfill that I wasn't fulfilling was Amit Rasu's responsibility
yeah,
to fulfill. You know, that like, the mental aspect or the leader aspect. Like I think that's the biggest thing. The coach is supposed to be the leader of the entire team in every way. He's supposed to be the daddy of the team. You know, like he's supposed to. I don't mean this in a sexist way. Okay, a mommy can also do this. Don't get me wrong, but like as in the head of the family, kind of take care, sabko, make sure they're on the right path, blah de blah. Everything outside the game, the intangibles. So that's what a coach should do, in my opinion.
yeah,
And that's what I did not necessarily want to do coming in, and that's what Amit Rusu would do. So we thought we wouldn't need a coach, but then I was in London. I got a call. I was like, "Hey, Sleepy is available," and it's also coincided with certain things happening inside VLT, which I'm not going to explain why happened because I think it would be unfair to the organization. But let's say
sure,
one thing resulted to another, resulted to Vibor no longer being a part of the organization.
yeah,
And around then was when Sleepy was also coming in. So it felt like the organization was going through a change. So when he first came in, the discussion was how the roles and responsibilities would be split. And at that time, Sleepy had already committed to, I think it was Challengers Indonesia or I'm not Philippine. I'm not
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
but
yeah.
challenge.
Forecasting, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
forecasting.
for
So
game
he,
changers as well.
for game changers as well. So Sleepy is a great commodity, like value. He brings great value. So when Sentinel and Amit Risu found out he was available, they had some chats with him. They really liked him. I really liked him, and they just like, okay, so since you're not available full time for the till I think June mid, he was not available till. Come till then, just be a consultant, help us. We already had a plan, so he was just helping us. So in some ways, like he was literally what an analyst would do. He would WOD review us. His what Sleepy's biggest strength to us was to correct our fundamentals, which is like basic mistakes that the team was doing, micro mistakes as well, like how to peak certain angles, stuff like that, and he would WOD review, and like I think 2 to 3 times a week for like 1 to 2 hours a day, we would sit together and we would go through the WOD review. It was great because that was actually the only free time I ever got. Uh, I would be in the WOD review, but I would be listening only. It was nice to be a spectator for once, and that's the role he carried throughout SCS, heading into APAC. And I think at the start, the discussion was that we'll figure out what my role relative to Sleepy's role is after SCS, after APAC, in the future when he's fully
Yeah,
free. But for me, it became incredibly clear during SCS that I, if I am to be a coach, I want to make my own team. Like I want it to be my team. So I think going into franchisee, if we were to get franchisee, I was just going to fully take up my management role and help Sleepy as an analyst whenever he needed, as an assistant coach whenever he needed. And I was very comfortable with that because unless it was going to be my team. So that was what I told to Sentinel. But obviously that never came to fruition because we never got to franchisee. And after STS, like I'm not sure what happened with the team, honestly, because the next few weeks I just spent on creating the RFP that we submitted to Riot for the like a proposal to Riot to make us into the franchisee, and it didn't work out.
Well, yeah. So moving
Not
on
just
from
me, by the way. I should clarify. It was not just me. It was me, Pranay, the entire team. So yeah, I said
yeah.
me, which I feel bad for because they invested a lot of time into that.
If Pranay is in the chat, so yeah.
Oh, yo,
Hey
Pranay is one of my
Pranay.
favorite people in the industry. Like we met, like just me and him. We met. I don't even remember how we met at this point, but for my channel. And then I remember one fine day, VLT was looking when I think I was still in VLT. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember tagging him in a post, and then he joined VLT. Then I joined VLT, and now he's like head of content and he's doing great work. So
Yeah.
Pranay is the best man.
Yeah. We'll get to that question, Abdullah. So yeah, moving on from VLT, then I still don't understand the point of getting sleepy. Darshan, it was more of a move to secure. It was more of a move to secure sleepy for what is going to come after APAC rather than
Yeah,
for APAC, because for APAC, as CA mentioned, he was already booked in terms of his dates and schedules. So it was more like him helping out tertiary and then like transitioning into maybe a better or a bigger role once APAC ends. Hello, Ominous, CA, caster coach, analyst manager, chef, and everything else in between. His Indian Vals was 90% contact based, the actual talent was contact based. Uh, I still don't know. Yeah. No, Darshan. So the thing is, let's see now. You understand that PRX have gotten sleepy. What would it have been if, let's say, VLT were getting the franchise slot, but there was interest from other orgs as well? Surely Sleepy would go to PRX over VLT, right? Like it's a like if you give me PRX and VLT, obviously the choice would be, because that would be a more competitive team, more internationally renowned team. Like it's almost, unless I would go the route of, I want to represent my own nation and stuff like that. Then I'd go. But for Sleepy, that doesn't matter. For Sleepy, his nation is sort of PRX, right? So again, truly the
wait.
Johnny Sins gaming.
Also, to add to that, right? It really helped our proposal because before Sleepy,
Exactly.
the proposal for the organization was me and UFO. And Pranay, like working in terms of designing and content, Vaishnav working in terms of production. Batura eventually transitioned to management, but when we first came on, he was a content creator. So there was
Yeah.
no management. So to
Yeah.
bring on an international coach looks really good,
Yup.
in the proposal to like show that the organization is serious about
Yup.
being a franchisee team. And wait, I just want to clear one thing too. Indian Valorant esports is not contacts based. Indian Valorant, the back end, in my opinion, yeah, that might be contacts based, but talent always trumps contacts every single time. And the best way to prove this is actually a mutual friend of ours. It happened on my stream. I'm so proud of it. But Malo was about to go to ROG. Hellranger live publicly told him, bro, fuck ROG. I want you. Come to GE. And then the rest is history. So talent always trumps
No,
contacts.
I mean, then he's correct. He's saying 90% contact base. The 10% is where, Malav triumphed. But how
Then I
many
would say like maybe 60-40,
No,
like
but how
60
many
talent,
examples
40
would you give
contacts.
out of 10? How many examples could you give apart from Malav?
For talent,
Yeah.
me, me, bro. I do you think
When
VLT
did
knew I existed when I contacted VLT? Like, do you think I had contacts with VLT when I contacted VLT the first time when I joined them? No, I had zero contacts. They picked me up because they liked what I had to say when I was casting. They interviewed me, not picked me up. They interviewed me because they liked what I had to say when I was casting. They liked what I had to say in the interview, so they gave me a shot, and I would like to believe that I am talented, which is why they let me be there or even go back. I don't think now I have contacts. Yes, for sure. Now I have contacts in the industry, but I would have never made it to any of my. The reason I have contacts would never have happened if not, like, it didn't happen through contacts at all. Even like the Sky
Yeah.
Esports gigs.
Maybe 90-10 is unfair. I understand. That's a fair point. But yeah, it is still a lot based on contacts. As CA said, a lot of backend is more your contacts.
Yes.
Yeah, that is definitely because of contacts. बोल रहे हैं VLT picked CA over Godspeed because of contact. Just joking. I mean, Abdullah, I would be glad if someone chooses CA. Like I'm never going to be jealous of my
Let's
own
just say
friends.
there's a reason I'm not naming the coaches that we considered.
Just asking a question other than Valorant, what's the pipeline for Nodwin as a product? Cannot mention that, but we cannot say anything because
Pipeline मतलब क्या होता है?
like maybe he's saying as a production team कैसे काम करते हैं, hierarchy क्या है वो.
Oh, no.
Depends on the org.
Cannot
We
say.
cannot say that. But yeah, again, I very much agree that the backend is heavily contact based because, and
Yeah.
again, it's not just the backend. I would also say the players are also mainly contact based. Hello, Jane. It's because we have a dearth of scouting, as we mentioned on many
Yeah.
streams, and
That's fair.
it's not it's not a curse of the industry, but rather a curse of how the industry operates. That we haven't yet gotten to that level where we focus on scouting. Jane ko hi dekh lo. I mean, Jane started playing with his friends in Valorant. He then came to RG. He was a brilliant player for RG again. Then from there on, he went to play for Valor. He reached SCS Valor with Valor. I mean, and is still renowned as one of the better jets in the country. So, sort of.
Yes.
So
I remember casting Jen back in the day.
yeah,
But wait, back to that number, right?
yeah,
I'm curious about this because, in my opinion, I've always viewed it as contacts help you, but contacts are pointless if you don't have the talent. So,
yeah.
doesn't
That's true.
talent
That's true.
automatically get the higher number then? Like, that's why I said 60 talent, 40 contacts. Because contacts help a lot.
Contacts
Yes, for
get
sure.
you in. Talent is what keeps you in. Sort of.
No, but I don't even think contacts would get you in if you didn't have the talent.
No, but no, I can even like off stream I can give you literally handpicked examples of how
Oh, wait, no.
contacts
No,
get
I'm
you
wrong,
in.
I'm wrong.
But I'm not going to talk about that because see, I'm not saying it's like it's the org's fault or someone's fault. It's the fault of scouting. It's the fault of scouting because we don't have a lot of people. Like let's say head of content, right? Now, for example, a role that you already did, right? How many head of contents do you know in India right now?
One.
Wow. Okay.
I think everyone
Might be
knows.
Pranay, right?
No, Warlock.
Okay, Warlock
XDSM
has
content
quit.
head.
Yeah, Warlock is available, guys, for any org
Yeah.
that might know. But Warlock
I've
is
seen
not.
his docu-series. Okay, it's fucking good.
Yeah. So
So-
okay, one, right? So
Yeah.
imagine we don't have any knowledge, right? And this is
I
a
don't know. I
role.
might be forgetting, bro. Like, okay, just to clarify to everyone out there, I don't know much about the internal workings of mobile orgs, which is why I mean one. So
No,
this is mostly-
let's keep mobile logs aside. Even in our space, head of contents, how many do you actually know? How many social media managers do you know?
Oh, before Nikhil, there were zero.
Exactly.
After Nikhil is where it all started.
Exactly. So
I don't mean me Nikhil, by the way. It's reckoning.
yeah, there's a dearth of scouting. Like how many
Yeah.
coaches do we know? How many analysts do we know?
Okay, I don't think that's a dearth of scouting, and that is actually your point.
No. I'm saying dearth of scouting in the sense that once we scout, we will get to know if if there is actual talent or not. But we haven't even tried scouting, right? Like there is no scouting. How many players from outside, let's say from when beta started, and outside of let's say the CS:GO talent pool, how many players are there in the current tier 1 scene?
Yeah.
So that is from where my point comes from, is because there is a lot of talent, I feel, in terms of players, at least, if not other spaces. But what I feel is because of the lack of scouting, they very quickly go to other pastures, right? Because again, since esports is not viewed as a big thing, they just move on to working working in an MNC or studies or things like that. I have a handpicked example. There is a player called Munflame. I can guarantee you he could become literally one of the best players in India. He has that talent, he has that potential, but he literally looked for a knock, and I literally suggested him to so many orcs. Nobody picked him.
Just
Why?
unlucky.
Why? Because nobody was willing to take the chance.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were saying, oh, he's not talented. He's like, oh, but this guy is preferred because he's a known quantity. I know how he plays, but I don't know how this guy will play in my team. And that is why he was not picked. And then what happened was he's now, like, now he's back somehow, like very sporadically he plays, but he then joined a company because he has to go forward in his career. He cannot stay FA and just play random tournaments where other players are leaving him and it continues forever, right? So
I feel the worst about Manflame because the first season of ROG Academy, na,
yeah,
I was leading the scouting and all that. I remember spotting Manflame, and he was the best Sova, like easily in that
easily, man. His
entire thing.
mechanical aim is just
Yeah,
amazing. It's out of this
the
world, man.
the only issue was that the IGL we ended up choosing was also a Sova main. So I was just like, fuck.
I mean,
And
the first
I
season, the
always
ideal
regret.
was Rio.
Yeah. So I just, we had to make the decision to say no to Manflame, and I always felt I regretted that always. I think maybe could have just taught him a different role,
Yeah, but I mean,
or maybe
again,
taught Rio a different role. But
that brings me to another very good point. ROG Academy shouldn't have picked Rio because Rio was had already played for RG and played in Tier 1 tournaments. It's unfair to the entire concept of academy, if you call it an academy. Or
in that regard, though, I think ROG Academy is now functioning in the right
yeah,
way. But when it
kudos to
first
Hacker.
started,
Yeah.
yeah, but no, not just, I mean, props to be given to Hacker. But I also think the management, or maybe Hacker has actually convinced the management to go on the right note. But when it first started, it was to make the team competitive, not to harbor newer players. And I would actually beg, because we had a lot of not just Manflame, but like many players like Manflame who were not necessarily ready for like pro play in the sense that Rio was experienced, but they definitely had a shit ton of talent. And when we advocated for those players, we were shut down because like the team isn't going to be immediately competitive, and they would only get 3-month contracts. So they're like, if the team isn't going to achieve anything in 3 months, what's the point? But now you can clearly see they only pick up players to refine their talent,
I
so
mean,
that is really
it
nice.
makes sense as well. Why
Yeah.
would you give opportunities to players who've already received a bigger opportunity than that? It
Yeah.
makes no sense. The entire concept of academy is lost there. And not just Rio, the entire selection of that batch was scuffed. You see the kind
Yeah,
of players they
agreed.
selected: Clouda, Rio. Literally, the only player who was not there in the Valorant scene was Trans, and he was their friend.
Yeah.
He was literally their friend
Yeah.
from back when they used to play CS:GO together in the same team. So
Yeah.
it was so scuffed. I could not believe it that you would label. But kudos to Hacker and maybe the
Yeah.
management and everyone, because I believe it's not just one guy. Obviously, others might have also convinced. But yeah, it's finally down. It's finally going towards a path where I would say that ROG Academy is going to produce at least tier 2 talents ready and available tier 2 talents, if not tier
I think
1.
they already have, no? Like I wouldn't know about DC, for example, if it wasn't. I mean, I would know about DC because he's friends with the entirety of Chillcord,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I
Not
got to
not as
see
a
him in
player,
action
right?
because of
Yeah,
ROG. Yeah, that's
yeah.
where I got to see him
Fair,
play.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I like it. Again, that's what I'm saying. That is why I believe that now it's good, but back then it was not good. And so there
Yeah.
are many examples like these where people have refused to take that punt. Everybody wants the next. I said this to Malav as well. Everybody wants the next tens, the next juicy, but nobody's willing to take a punt on them. Now, if you never take a punt on them, how will you ever realize that they can be the next juicy or tens?
Risk by punt.
Punt as in bet.
Oh, okay. Huh. Okay, got it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I say punt because of poker and everything. Like,
No, I understood it. That's why I was like, I need to
yeah,
clarify. I used to play a lot of poker.
yeah.
It's like it's basically just going all in, right?
Yeah,
Like
like
gambling. Yeah,
gambling. Yeah.
I get it.
So
Yeah, that's very fair, man.
again, so moving back to what you said about chill code and everything, I think let's get down to questions, right?
Yeah.
And one of the questions was, um, let me check the questions from the very beginning. Okay.
What do you mean Rio was good, Nat? Rio is
No,
good.
Rio is good. Again, I have no. There's
Wrong
okay.
tense.
Rio knows how much I love him. Okay, honestly, but I am not here to just butter someone, even though you know. Let's say we will just because I like someone. I like him as a player, but his selection at ROG Academy was not fair.
His selection.
What?
It's not Rio's fault.
It's not Rio's fault. I'm just saying that these guys think maybe it's just
Mhm.
because I'm pointing out Rio, maybe that I don't like or I don't think Rio is a good player. I think Rio is a fantastic player. You will understand if you watched me any time uh, during when I was helping RG the second time. But yeah.
Mhm.
Or Venkai Singh will be back. Don't worry. We want you to be back, Venka. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
This.
excited to see the return of Churkard.
Yup.
Maybe not as the team they were.
I
Maybe
mean,
as the team they are.
changes are often necessary. Sometimes it happens. It's okay. Okay. The first question is why was right to waste dropped from VLT? See.
Now,
Yeah.
I I I know why. I'm just thinking if I should say it or not because okay, so I think he was. I'm going to say what I think. I'm not going to say what the actual reason is because that was told to me in confidence.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
No,
I
we're not
think
asking
he,
you to tell. Actually,
yeah, but I think he was removed because it was high time VLT changed.
yeah. Change
Like
something at least, right?
changed everything. To be honest,
Yeah.
like you don't just change something about a dynasty. You change everything,
Yeah.
and you can't keep the dynasty when things are just not working. I don't think it was because I've said this too many times. Like right to ace was the most improved player on VLT across the last year. His physical fitness really helped with his game too. His confidence went like insane, and he as
Yeah.
a player he picked up a
Honestly,
whole
yeah.
different role. I think in terms of transitioning to a new role, he was the best player
Yup.
in
Yup.
VLT without a
Definitely.
doubt.
Definitely.
But Right to Ace was also the first piece of the VLT dynasty, like the
True.
first Radiant that got
True.
VLT or Vertigo noticed and Sentinel picked him up. So,
True.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but I hope you guys get what I'm inferring because there were key pieces of that dynasty that just had to go if something was to happen,
Yeah.
and they will be gone.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, basically.
Yeah. Venka, what do you think? Yeah, we are removing Satan for Satan. Hey, man.
No,
Lot.
he's not serious. He's not
Is it?
serious.
I know.
I mean,
Is
he
it?
might be serious,
Is it
but it's a.
finally happening, Venka? Do I? Do
Uh,
I? Do I dust off my mouse?
oh, lol. Let's go.
Yeah. There's a highlight video. Where we sort of where it
No,
was
leaks,
like
leaks,
we are we are,
leaks.
we're removing Satan. Come join us. Come join us because I
Wait,
pulled
wait,
off
wait.
like one
Before
clutch.
Sangwan clips this Godspeed, I just want to say what I said is what I think. I know what is happening. I think I know what is happening because my last conversation was over a month ago with the relevant source or whatever. But I'm quoting Sentinel's tweet because I remembered Sentinel tweeting like 2 to 3 weeks back when someone asked him what is up with the roster. He's like they itself haven't finalized the roster, so how is he supposed to tell them? What that what I interpret that is that there are big changes coming, but they haven't finalized what the changes are. So maybe right to ace is the only change, but I think it will be more than that because
Yeah.
only right to
Maybe.
ace like I don't think right to ace was a problem to just remove only right to ace.
Maybe. Yeah. What are the pros and cons of managing tier one teams, Rahul?
Pros and cons of managing tier 1 teams.
Yeah.
Pros is something that I've never gotten since VLT is a team committed 9 to 5, like not exactly 9 to 5, but 8 hours a day to Valorant. Um, sorry. Unfortunately, Chilcord had school, so we couldn't practice regularly. It was very inconsistent. And even the team I'm working with now, like they have their own commitments, so we can't
Yeah.
practice. So it sucks. I think that is the biggest pro of a tier 1 team, because it is only Valorant, and
Yep.
you make so much improvement when you're focused on that. The cons of a tier 1 team, it's the hate, I guess, because fans are not accepting of loss, even though I believe they made progress.
Yeah.
Fans are not accepting of circumstances that can go the wrong way. I don't get affected by hate. For me, it was just my watching my players get affected by hate really made
Hmm.
me feel bad. Cause like I won't name any player, but I think everyone knows that after that one tournament, a certain player was just put on the fucking guillotine and chopped up. Like all the hate went towards one player specifically.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that that player got, because he worked so hard. He
Yeah.
worked so freaking hard, and after all of that, to get that much hate, it made me very
Yeah.
upset.
How excited are you guys for the Ascension? Sorry, not Ascension, Abdullah. Challenges hosted by Nodwin, and will Park players be allowed to compete? This is a question for both of us. So, CA, if you'd like to go first.
I don't know, but if Park players are not allowed to compete, I will be the first one to cause an uproar in Twitter. Because what the fuck? It's supposed to be South Asia challengers, which includes Pakistan. So if they're not allowed to compete, then that will be a big F. My expectations for South Asia challengers are it will be fucking amazing, because Nodwin, yeah, like Nodwin has the most experience in the industry, man. They will likely do the best job that can possibly be done in the industry. They have amazing talent. I may not agree with certain practices, but I will never ever say that I did not learn at Nodwin, because I learned so much.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Nodwin is
Nodwin is
fucking good.
honestly, see, we can talk about there being issues in Nodwin or whatever, but you
Yeah.
also have to accept the fact that Nodwin was the only TO that was there for esports when there was no one for Indian esports. And
Yeah.
it is the sort of what you can say the godfather of Indian esports. Why? Because it enabled the esports ecosystem to actually survive so that it could thrive now. It could survive those tumultuous times where there were no sponsors, no orgs, nothing. CS 1.6, CSGO, ESL, India Masters. Like it was such a huge tournament. The prize pool was so amazing that you know there were teams literally that were picked up for that. And now you can say the same with Sky Sports or whatever IP they have coming for CSGO, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
honestly, I respect Nodwin a lot. I have been
Yeah.
disappointed by the conduct there for various reasons, but that is my personal like issue. It's not like I don't respect or I don't admire what Nodwin has done for the scene. Nodwin has done so much for the scene, especially the people that have always been involved in Nodwin. It's just the issues that were caused by people who were new at Nodwin, sort of. And
I think the best way to say it from my perspective would be like the only company I've worked with that isn't a startup in India is Nodwin.
yeah.
Even VLT, to me, it felt like a startup because we didn't necessarily have the manpower. TC, same regard. I've worked with Sky only as a freelance, so I might be wrong about that. But even then, like the sheer processes that Nodwin has in place for everything, right? It is very structured. That is what to me a corporate company looks like. So Nodwin is the only like they have those processes already in place. They have the at least certain people in management like for my personal the person I reported to was Gotham. He taught me
Oh,
so
Gautam
much.
work.
Yeah, like just by existing, he didn't even have to try to teach me. Just
Yeah.
by existing, I learned so much from him.
No, I understand,
So
completely understand. And
that's what makes Nodwin not a startup,
you
in my
also have to
opinion.
understand, out of all the TOs, I think so. I admire the work that Sky has done, that TEC has done,
Yeah,
and they are all doing. But the only TO to pull off an event successfully and with minimal delays, damage, or whatever you can call it, is Nodwin so far, right? So yeah, and as far as I would tell you, the second part, will Park players be allowed to compete? I would say 99.99% no. Okay.
huh?
Um, and there is a reason for that. The thing
Oh,
is,
oh.
the thing
Oh,
is,
I can say this. The
yeah,
LAN?
yeah, because
Oh,
from
bro,
what I
that's bullshit.
understand, I think it will be a weekly LAN thing or something. So they'll have to be here to compete. So,
Ah, that's bullshit. That's just dumb. I don't know. I'd
up-
be very sad. I would be disappointed. Not even it's not Nodwin's fault in my opinion, because I know how hard it is to get Park players in India and all that. I'm just disappointed in Riot that they don't do more. Why? Why can you not help Pakistan more? Like, it's not cool. Pakistan has so much talent. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, so more, I don't talk about that. I mean, Venka, if you went back, if you did rewind and watch, I did say this is the worst time to be not present in the scene. And I'll tell you more about it. For Nodwin, the challenge is being hosted by Nodwin. I think I would give a very big congratulations to Nodwin for what they have pulled off and what they are going to announce, whatever they'll announce, is because this, I don't think it would have been possible if not for Nodwin, honestly. And it's just amazing. It's mind blowing what they have sort of achieved, and if like if it pans out, we like this could actually convert the entire scene in terms of, let's say, the orgs as well. It would change the shape of the Valorant industry for orgs right now, and obviously for players as well.
Yeah.
जो सुशांत डाला था सही है ना? Abdullah, I can neither confirm nor deny. I feel bad for King Shooter Pokemon. I do as well, because I missed out on
Mhm.
the biggest opportunity I've gotten. It's not Riot's fault as well. Yup. Yeah, that's true as well. What Ominous is saying is true. Where would you like the land to be held if not in India, right?
Yeah. I don't
Dubai.
know. I You
Dubai might
can't
be
do
the
it.
only
Like,
option.
it's very easy for us to say hold it on Dubai. Like, I know firsthand how hard it is to even do it in Delhi. So I'm going to, like, I know why every, like, obviously Ominous I think made the report, right? Ki weekly lands hone wale hain. But I have seen firsthand at Nodwin, we were supposed to have barracks, for example, till 2 days before VCC2 started. So I don't think anything is final till it's announced, you know. But I I I can believe this whole LAN thing because it's something they've been preparing for since VCC2. They would have done it for VCC2 if not for COVID. But fuck,
I
man,
mean,
like, you
if
cannot do it
it's
in Dubai.
it
It's
cannot be not land. Let me just say that. Like,
Oh wow.
I mean, I would be not even surprised. I'd be shocked. I would maybe do a 5 battle pass giveaway. Okay, if it's not land, like it, it just cannot be not land. It just cannot be not land.
Like, you mean cannot be not weekly LAN?
It cannot be not land. Yeah, not weekly. Yeah,
Ah, GG.
yeah. It's
I
just
will talk to you about this after the stream.
let's just. I mean, see, the thing is, as again, Ominous pointed out very correctly, you can do it in Dubai, but Dubai falls under MENA, and as well as, let's say, the format. If you were to do weekly lands, right?
It's not right for back in the LAN. I mean, I'm not saying it's Right's fault. I don't know what they could do. Honestly, this is just me as a fan being disappointed that our entire country doesn't get to play because of fucking politics. That's kind of ridiculous
No,
sounding to
I
me.
understand, but again, it's the same thing with Russia Ukraine, right? You can't really help what
Yeah.
Riot did. It's almost fucked the entire Russian scene, right? But you can't do anything, right? And like, so you never know. But yeah, so about this, I'm extremely excited for what Nodwin might have pulled off, let's say, and I just hope, man. And about you know, CA being able to work under someone, hey man, who knows? Who knows what might happen? We who knows?
Wait, what?
Maybe what we
CA
would
what? I kind of zoned out. CA working what?
you talked about being able to work under someone, right? As a strategic coach, which you haven't gotten. And
Huh.
I'm saying maybe you will. Who knows?
Really?
I mean,
Wait, do you know something about me getting some offers that I don't know about? What?
no, if someone else gets offers, then you might also get offers because of that someone, right?
Wait a minute. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, but I'm just
Uh,
saying that who knows, man,
yeah. Fair
right?
enough.
So the thing
Nothing
is,
has been announced, Venka.
yeah, nothing has
Yeah.
been announced. Nothing. No, this is just speculation based on the report that Sushant did. We know nothing. Um, I'm just basing it off of Sushant's report, honestly. Um, and I hope that I am correct. But yeah, I mean,
I,
yeah, go
I,
on. Yeah,
okay, I'm trying to say this without violating any of my confidentiality clauses, but the Star Sports BGMI event, right? Um, that they did, that was not a rented studio. As far as I know, again, I was not there, so I'm not 100% sure. But let's just say that Nodwin has the physical capacity to pull off weekly LANs. 110%. They have the manpower as well. They've done it for EISL, where the LAN, it was not LAN, but we had a full-fledged studio where players were playing in front of each other, ready. So they definitely can do it. And like, yeah, if you're saying it's definitely happening, like there's no question they can pull
I
it off.
mean,
I
the
think the only
concept
thing,
that is they cannot not do it.
oh, because
That's
that's what they pitched. Okay,
I am
okay.
not saying anything, but I'm saying
Haha,
they
I am
cannot
saying that.
not
So
do it. And as far
yeah,
as
yeah,
Relay, you're saying, okay, it's not impossible for Park Players to come to India, but it's very, very tough to sustain them because there are clear-cut rules of athletes and esports and whatever you when you come to take part in an event from Pakistan to India, there are certain set rules which I have confirmed. First, I heard from my sources, then I confirmed
yeah.
with my people, and I was told it is actually correct what I have been told. So there are certain very set rules, and that is borderline harassment for Pakistan players because they have to go through so much just to play, and it's not worth it for most of the players.
Why wasn't I present for GXR LAN? I couldn't afford it, bro.
Yeah.
Like they hired different customers. Yeah, I couldn't afford it. I can't pay out of my pocket for
Pannaga,
any LAN trips for
we
that matter.
just we just leaked the biggest thing in SA Challengers, and you're saying you want more leaks. Literally, we leaked the biggest thing so far. Whatever we've said right now is a very big leak. What else do you
Yeah.
want? But yeah,
Which leak do you guys want? Oh, uh, I guess one leak I can give, which is expected, is like I think in my experience, the reason we said contacts are very important, क्या बोलते हैं, in the industry in the back end, that is almost always true. But currently, one of the I believe Nodwin's project managers handling one of, because there's multiple project managers handling this project, is someone that I know for a fact does their due diligence. So I am very, even if I'm not a part of it, I don't know. I'm very certain that they will hire not just good talent, but good observers, referees. If it is going to be a LAN event, everything, I think it'll be done well. So it's not a leak, I
honestly,
guess, but yeah.
honestly, I trust Nodwin here because
Yeah,
if
same.
anyone at Nodwin, because they've done so many big leagues and everything. Um, Venka, I'm going to tell you that off stream, but not here.
Can you join a team? Yes, you can. I mean, you can join a team, right? If the team takes you, but there are no there are no qualifiers throughout the year, Venka.
Um,
Are there?
I
Tell off stream. Okay.
see a back at casting.
I'm already back at casting, bro.
Is Rossi gonna compete in Brazil or they gonna? I mean, he is part of the franchise team, so he is likely to compete in Brazil. I'd be shocked if ex-employee of Nodwin will not be there for Valorant LAN. Yep, I would be too.
Which ex-employee?
Pannaga is asking, will Hell Kappa Skills play SA Challengers?
I'm not going to reply. Sorry. Because the information I've got, I don't think the person who told me would want to say it publicly.
Mm, so
I,
guys,
I and I don't know about all three of them. I just know about one of them. And
yep. So I mean, you understand where CA is coming from. For me, I don't know anything, bro. If I knew, I would tell you. You know me. I would tell you. I would tell you all of you guys everything, but I don't know anything. So if I tell you something and it's not correct, then it like not not fair for you guys. So that's why I don't say anything. My sources are just Valorant, you know. Beautiful, beautiful Valorant.
I know hell is gonna play. Don't know about the rest. Okay.
Whole screens got leaked. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? Pranay is asking, are you back at casting or not in gaming?
I guess I was supposed to stream and clarify this to everyone, but I might as well say it here. For 2 years of my life, I only prioritized work. I did nothing else, but I took every opportunity I could get. Doesn't matter how badly they fucked me over in terms of pay, how badly the politics were in certain places. It didn't matter. I put my eyes on the prize and I worked and I worked and I worked till I could make it happen. I slaved. Okay, that's the right word. I slaved. I'm done slaving. So any opportunity that comes my way, I will happily consider. I'm free right now, but I refuse to be a slave. So if people want me to be a slave now, I think I have proved myself over the last 2 years enough, not to maybe like be the best in the world or anything, but to prove that I can be valuable. So I'm tired of being a slave. So I would like to be treated as a valuable commodity. So
Oh,
to answer if I'm going to be working for Nodwin or not, like I said, one of the main reasons I left was because obviously it's not Nodwin's fault. It was because I was working with VLT at the same time. I worked too many long hours. So if that is never going to be an issue again, or like I don't know if I can even move to Gurgaon if that is not an issue. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, Nodwin was one of the places I learned the most. So I could definitely see myself back there. But hey, who knows?
yeah, and guys, what Sushant said, wait till CFG buys a slot for all that money and makes Mahrez, Sterling, KDB, Haaland, and Grealish
Yo,
play
I would
Valorant.
pay to watch that. I would pay to watch that
Okay,
for sure.
let us delve into Sushant's report, right? Sushant's report is possible not in gaming to possibly host the most lucrative regional league in non-franchise VCT in 2023. Yeah, true. The league will feature 6 established Indian esports orgs. Guys, again, what Sushant means here is that there might be up to 6 established Indian esports orgs. 6 is not a definitive number here, what Sushant is saying, because I understand what he's trying to write here. It's just that, like, he, because see, depends. In the second part where he writes, the other 4 to 6 teams will feature some of the biggest sports clubs in India. Okay, and then the other point is there is a bind for up to 150k USD. Okay, for the slot, right? And details are all games will be played on LAN every week. The league will directly feed into which. So this will be the challenges, is what it's saying. And this will mark the entry of some of the most premier esports clubs in India who aim to invest heavily into the growing Valorant scene. Esports in India has been on the rise. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, so Sushant basically is what he's saying is that there'll be big sports orgs. By sports orgs, obviously he means cricket, football, um, kabaddi maybe, or something like that. Sports orgs, as in orgs who are already present in sports, and they might come into esports, right?
Yeah.
And buy-ins up to 150k USD. I am roughly, I think so. I can convert. Maybe it would be around 1.2 crores, maybe 1 crore, since it's up to, right. So,
Question.
yeah,
If this report is true,
yeah.
how is this okay? Like I love it. Don't get me wrong. Okay, let me just clarify. I love it. Indian Valorant is going to boom because of it. But how is it okay for one league to be so much more lucrative than any other league? What is to stop the likes of, I don't know, a crew? I don't know why that came to my mind, but that's a team that did really well in NA, right?
Yeah.
Just by picking up a starter team. What is to stop them from just coming, setting up base here in India, partnering maybe with another org, bringing some NA talent? Like, doesn't that ruin the tier 2 scene?
No, it doesn't, because See, if a crew comes in, right, they will still have to buy a slot, and there will be no more slots available. See, because the slots have already been bought, right?
Yeah.
When they come, by the time they come, so they can only partner up with teams. And yeah, maybe they'll bring in NA talent. So they're okay. They can only bring 2 NA talent, right?
Interesting. Yeah.
And even if they
It
do
just
bring
feels
in,
like then SAVCL would be on a whole nother level to any other VCL in the world.
I mean, why would you think I said everything I said about Nodwin and that I'm so excited? And
No, but isn't it unfair for one VCL to have so much more priority than
I
any
think
other VCL?
I think what Riot has done is they've left it at the behest, the format and everything at the behest of
Objective,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
representative. Because I for sure think I think VOT format again very questionable, right? The Oceanic format. The
Yes.
MYSG Open Qualifiers format again very questionable, right? The
Yeah.
entire qualifiers format, right? Before the group stage. Um, yeah, so ominous is true. I can answer that. CNJ as in Korean org is trying to import 2 NA players and compete in KR. They are trying, but that's the limit of the investment and the regions. So, I mean, anything is possible. Exactly. And Pranay saying, I guess 150k USD is a high amount for any organization for a buy-in for a slot. Yeah, that is why I think up to is written. Maybe it would be lesser, right?
150k is a big investment. I mean, it is a big long-term investment, sure, but if you're buying a slot, that slot is you're not going to pay 150k cash, for a slot.
Yeah, obviously.
It's yeah, so it is a worthwhile investment because in 2 years that slot will be worth way more. You can just sell it.
Exactly. And I think
Damn, maybe I need
150k
to
is
approach VCs.
fair as well, right? I think it's fair, honestly.
I don't know. Isn't it too hard to judge what is fair until we know exactly how much is like going to happen?
No,
Like,
I'm just saying, let's say the sports stocks are coming in, right? For them,
yeah,
an investment of 1 crore or 1.2 crore rupees, right? Which
yeah,
this converts into is not a big deal because they'd be getting an entire franchise. Pro Kabaddi franchises have cost more than this, and you know the viewership numbers of Pro Kabaddi compared to esports, right? You know the potential here, right? For an for
yeah.
an
But
for a sports org
see,
to
like the
come here.
reason I asked, isn't it unfair, is because imagine 4 years later, franchisee they decide to expand. Okay, you I would be very surprised if any org except an SA org then gets that franchisee because of the sheer investment. Like a CSK, like I think someone in chat said CSK. Okay, imagine CSK is an SA org. In the next 4 years, they do very well across SAVCL. They almost reach ascension, but they're not able to ascend necessarily. Why wouldn't I want to give franchisee to uh, CSK? They bring so much money. They bring a fucking huge audience, untapped audience in India. They have the management structure. They have the history of being able to convert finances to profit. They have everything going for them. So that ruins the chances for anyone else. Not just in Asia literally, but also abroad because it will pale in comparison to what an org like CSK is able to bring
I
to the
mean, then
table.
you're assuming that Riot will still continue to invite teams into franchise, which is not the case anyway. Any further additions are only through qualifiers,
Interesting. Okay.
right? And Sushant is saying, let me tell you, there will be a similar league for CN for this whole year until they join the VCT next year. But unlike India, China already has big name orgs with huge money to sustain. And obviously, see, you have to think. Maybe let's say I am working at Riot, right?
Yeah,
And
China is expected.
I am
Yeah.
I am looking at it. Let's say I am working for Riot. I am handling all this, right? Now I'm like, should I let India be this big in league? And then I'm thinking, is there a realistic chance that a team from India will qualify, will be the sole qualifier from Asia and move into a franchise? What is the possibility? If let's say we see all the regions, India has probably the third lowest possibility, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Along with let's say I would say VN, Vietnam, HKTW, right?
Yeah.
And now, if we compare those three, the only place there is actual money is India, right? So why would you not push this and gain all that Indian viewers, that viewership, and lock
No,
in that
no.
viewership?
I'm not against this, which is why I started with saying I'm extremely happy if this is going to happen because as an Indian, this is going to make esports mainstream in India, like easily. You know, not even like, don't get me wrong, BGMI brought the conversation here, but this is going to settle the conversation if this is
Exactly.
happening.
And
So
also you have to understand Valorant Mobile is coming, right? At some
yeah,
point in 2023. This is Riot's way of saying that even if Valorant Mobile comes, Valorant PC is not dying in India, which could have been a case if Valorant Mobile came, right?
true.
Now, Valorant PC players who are at least part of these orgs and part of the main scene, they will never go anywhere else, right?
I mean, they don't need to.
That's what I'm saying. So they
Yeah.
can sustain the Indian PC scene for Valorant while bringing in Valorant Mobile through this league now, right?
Hmm.
Which
Yeah.
wouldn't have been possible if it was just a normal format like the MYSG format, right?
No, I agree. Like, I think it's a big
Because
deal.
I am
Like, it's
thinking from
huge.
Valorant Mobile. I think it absolutely makes sense. I think it's a genius move from Riot that, oh, allow India the whatever they want to do with the leagues. If they can afford to do it, let them do it, because that will be profitable for us. Because if we bring in Valorant Mobile, we were fearing that, oh, the entire player base might shift, but this will ensure that player base is still there for PC, at least for the top scene, and we only care about representing the challengers and a pool of players, right? And they will always be there. There will always be
I
an
mean,
influx of players.
there's only positives to imagine because all the negatives would not be India based. Like, nothing, there's no negatives for India with this deal. I think the negatives solely affect every other region out there.
Uh,
Like, if I'm a Vietnamese player, why the fuck do I want to play for a Vietnamese team if I'm cracked, bro? I just come approach SA teams, pay me good salary, get
and
me awesome fan base. Fuck, like, yeah, what is the point, you know?
and why I
And
am
that,
so sure, CA, is
yeah,
because I've heard a team that is not VLT or OG, okay,
uh-huh.
offering a player, okay, upwards of 3 lakh rupees per month, okay, to join them. Or RNT.
Nice.
Let's exclude all these three teams. Okay.
Not EG either, I'm guessing.
I don't know. I cannot again. I
Yeah,
if I say
because
everything,
EG is
then
in Malaysia. That's what.
yeah,
Dude, okay, wait. Actually, sorry, random sidetrack. But isn't this a big L for EG if this is going to be the most lucrative? And unless they make Ascension, then it's a big W.
yeah, which
Ah,
might not be possible.
gamble.
Which
Yeah,
might not
because
be
I mean,
possible.
you would say that because you're competing against them now.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but yeah. So imagine. So I'm just saying that. Imagine if someone is ready to pay that, right?
yeah.
And for a player that may not be on people's radar anyway. Enigma remains.
Enigma
Yes,
remains.
yes,
Enigma,
friend.
bro. What Enigma cannot compete in Singapore and compete in India at the
No,
same
they
time,
cannot.
right?
They cannot.
Yeah, so they've already been announced for Singapore. No way they back out now. That would be like extreme bad faith.
Yeah.
Maybe next year they somehow partner with another team or something and
Yeah,
back
but
out and come.
just imagine the amount of money that that team is throwing for a player that might not be the first pick for many other orgs, right?
Or the player isn't even like a in-demand player.
No, I would
The
not
fuck?
say he's an
Can you
in-demand player.
please DM me right now so I can give my shocked reaction on stream?
Uh,
I can't even think of who. What? Bro, at least like, bro, you're talking about, oh my,
but no, but I'm just saying that if I think I believe in this report, and a big reason why I believe in this report is everything else is connecting for me. Whatever else I'm hearing is connecting for me.
this is going to kill many regions, I can say for certain. But I don't care. Happy, I guess, for India.
प्रणय व्हाट द फक क्यों लिख रहा है प्रणय हेलो प्रणय को कहां से दिख गया but I'm just saying that imagine like you can't even imagine like yeah so the thing is तो हमारे साथ तुम भी हमारे साथ शेयर कर दो हम एक ग्रुप बना देंगे प्रणय डोंट वरी
How much is 50 grand a year in INR
50 grand a
dollars?
year, let's say 50 grand
40
a
lakh.
year is 4k a month, right?
40 lakh, right?
4.2k a month. No, 50
Yeah,
grand a
40
year.
lakh. 50 times 80.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
40 lakh. So you're
Yeah.
telling me that this player is getting paid the same as the minimum, almost the minimum amount for a franchisee player? That's kind of fucked up, bro.
Yeah. I mean, see what Ominous is saying. I wasn't born, studied, lived in India, but all my distant relatives are here. I get 10 questions from them. What is esports, Valor? Now imagine I work for some IPL Valor team like KKR. Now imagine I tell them I work for KKR Valor team or some shit. I'm very sure
Hello,
they'll stop
IPL
questioning me.
teams. I am freelance. I am available. If you want to build a team, I
They
am.
will they will understand everything. Pretty much I just mean it will only help it make more mainstream. Yep. What do you need
Yo,
to know?
time to
You
post an
already know
LFT, bro.
everything, I guess. Pranay bhai, I don't know anything. You have to tell me everything. I'll tell you everything. It's okay?
अरे
Deal.
प्रणय मुझे तो बता मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं पता.
That is franchise floor. Yeah, that is the floor of franchise. So,
I
yeah.
know. That's why I said minimum.
Yeah, so 40 lakh is, which is why I said you might get to work as a strategic coach as well. I mean, if you want to, who knows? Um,
Interesting.
but yeah, so this is why. So I'm also okay.
I
I'll
agree, Amit.
diverge further in saying that I have heard from my CA sources, not just my esports sources, but I have my CA sources, and I have heard from my CA sources one sports org that has invested close to the amount that is mentioned uh, in Valorant,
Yeah.
and that is through my CA sources, and that company is just amazing. And
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
friends that work there, and they have told me that the amount they have spent is very close to the amount that is mentioned in Sushant's report.
Holy
Can I
sheesh.
give a hint?
Please.
Yes, Sushant, you can. I mean, I don't know. CSK 10s, let's go. CSK CA.
Nah, that doesn't sound nice. I think MI10 sounds nice.
MI, I don't think it can ever come. Maybe not. I don't know.
But like, I assume MI would be one of the first teams
Imagine
investing
MI
into this
comes.
because
I could be in
Ambani.
the same. I could apply for the same org as Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah, bro. Holy shit.
Or I could represent my own region if KKR comes. Imagine.
Okay, I mean, okay, so if you're actually to go into this, right, I think the easiest way to think about which teams are going to come is actually not IPL teams, it's ISL teams because Nordwin already has a great connection with ISL teams through EISL because they're doing season 2 again,
Okay,
right?
Abdullah, let me just tell you, I already have offers.
Wow.
But there hasn't been a concrete offer that I like yet, I would say. There have been insane offers, honestly. I like in terms of monetary compensation, the offer has been insane, but like in terms of what I want, there is one project that interests me, and who knows.
Let's
Nahi,
go.
that is
Godspeed,
Sushant.
if you need more support stuff.
And
Oh boy.
who's saying JSW Tata Steel? I don't know, man. KFC CSC.
JSW Tata Steel, is too much. ISL logs are the most likely guys. Like the likes of Mohan Bagan and all have so much money, could easily look, though they are very traditional, so I have no idea. But like Kerala Blasters, Bengaluru FC. Oh wow. GG. All right. Okay, I think I need to talk to you more off stream than on stream. So we'll save this conversation for off stream. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is the only football club to qualify for AFC Cup, which is that's Bengaluru, right? The only football club to qualify for AFC is Bengaluru.
And
Yeah, I'm pretty
who
sure Chetri played in Bengaluru,
and
right?
who owns Bengaluru? I forgot.
I don't know. Let's see. Who owns Bengaluru FC? Oh, JSW. Holy.
Damn. सीए भाई का साथ स्ट्रीट फूड ब्लॉग कब आ रहा है भाई? रेले आ
भाई अभी
जाएगा.
तक मिले ही नहीं हम लोग.
हाँ, मिलेंगे जल्दी मिलेंगे. I don't think
Sheesh.
anything is true, guys. These are just speculations again. Like
Yeah.
we're just speculating that imagine if sports orgs, if they mean this by sports orgs, this such a huge thing might happen. Nobody
Yeah,
knows
we're
for
only
sure.
speculating because Nordwin has tie with ISL
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Star, and
Yeah,
Nordwin is doing this, so it, you know,
and sort of it makes sense because Bengaluru FC is the biggest club, sort of the most successful club in recent history.
I mean, Rajubhai, I don't know about Valorant, but I'm sure when Valorant Mobile comes out, Riot will try to get cricketers to do ads for Valorant Mobile, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, this could be a huge opportunity for the scene. You know, how imagine how it would catapult if there is something like this. Like there is something like
Uh,
this, it would catapult the scene so big. Like imagine just like CA said, maybe it comes true. Maybe CSK CA. Imagine like
Whenever I go to family function and people ask, what do you do for a job? I work for CSK, bro.
yeah. Imagine KKR Godspeed.
बहुत सपने दिखा रहे हो आप Godspeed मत
No, no.
मत दिखाओ
It's just
सिर्फ दर्द है सपनों में
just basing it
सिर्फ
off
दर्द
of the Sushant report is that imagine sports or CSK KKR. Imagine KKR Godspeed. Oh my god.
जी bro
Sushant would probably be Mumbai because
stage cosplay Dhoni would actually look very nice in a stage cosplay no cap
Dhoni Sage cost. But yeah, I think this is just fun, right? But yeah, so my question was, let's say if let's say uh you would want to join. Okay, let's now do questions, guys. Okay, I'll ask some very quick fire questions to CA and let's see
okay
how he responds, like a rapid fire thing. Okay, so CA, are you
okay
ready?
ready
Okay, so let's start. First of all, which is the player that you loved working with the most, and not like in terms of growth or anything, just loved working with the most?
techno
Techno. Okay. Um, what player did you find it uh, the most knowledgeable in terms of Valorant? Uh, in terms of Valorant knowledge, yeah,
purely knowledge
yeah.
Hellranger
Who's the most complete player in India?
complete oh wow that is very hard
Rapid
uh
fire, bro.
I don't think there is a complete player in India
No, rapid fire. You have to answer now. None.
none
Okay, none. Closest to being a complete player in India.
LF
Okay. Um, DM or SK Rossi?
in what regard like
Any regard.
in
DM or
picking
SK
for my
Rossi?
team
DM or SK Rossi? It's just a simple question.
DM.
Okay. Hellranger or Amaterasu?
Fuck, man. Wait. You know, I still need to have a career after this. It is what's right. Hellranger, I guess.
Okay. Venka or MW1?
Oh, MW1.
Okay. Um. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Vibhor or MW1?
Vibhor.
Vibhor. Okay.
भाई 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 मेरा करियर क्यों बंद करवा रहे हो?
This is no controversy. This is just personal preference, guys.
No, I know, I'm joking.
What is one org you would love to work with right now, depending on how the situation is?
Like as what?
As whatever you
In
want to.
content, in coaching, in
Coaching. Let's just.
uh SATL.
There is no SATL. Hello.
Oh, so you mean like existing team?
Yeah.
Worldwide or India?
India.
None.
India and worldwide. Worldwide now?
Worldwide, one org I would love to work with. Whose roster moves do I like a lot? Navi! Angel of Supremacy, baby.
Okay. Uh, okay. Muffin Loop or Casper? And that is a chat question.
Oh, I like both of them. Uh,
Hello.
Muffin, I guess, because Casper already has a great home.
Okay. Meow or Sway?
I've never worked with Sway. So, meow.
Okay. Your 5 for Valo considering all roles.
Why 5 for Valo considering all roles? For India?
Yeah, I guess.
No, I can't, bro. I'd already said this.
I
That
mean,
this
Pannaga
I'll
has
charge
asked
money
you.
for that.
Pannaga has asked you. He took membership.
Panaga, tell a team to hire me and you'll see it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, your APAC Ascension tier list and 3 teams that will make franchise in 2024.
Bleed, number 1. Boom, number 2. And I don't know any good Thai teams right now. I don't know any like good Filipino teams right now. Yeah, Bleed and Boom, I guess.
Uh,
Um,
3 teams that will make franchise in 2024 is per region, one per region.
so wait, so NA? Fuck, dude, I don't actually remember all the rosters, but I'm gonna go with the guard. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the guard. I don't know why. Why
Okay.
not? I guess. And EME, I don't actually know, bro. Can you tell me like give me like options for which are the top
The
orgs in tier
Turkish
2?
odds, as Sushant said about the Turkish odds, and I agree fully that Turkish. I think Turkish org will win. Honestly.
Okay, so like footballist.
Okay. And Asia.
Asia Bleed Boom. Asia Bleed Boom.
No, one.
Bus.
One, right?
Bleed. Easy.
Okay. Uh,
Bleed.
okay. One AFA player in India that you would snap up if you were making your own team.
SA player, I would snap up.
Yeah.
Oh, it can be anyone.
Yeah.
RVK.
I mean, he's not FA, right? We're just talking about FA.
Oh, FA. Oh, I heard SA. Sorry.
Oh,
FA. Oh. Right now, Bad Love? Yeah, Bad Love.
okay. Bad love. Padlock on a body ascent. Yeah, true. Yeah. Hello, Dharmesh. And yeah.
Footballist is already in franchise. Shit, sorry.
Yeah.
Ascend Istanbul Wildcats. Okay. I don't know. I haven't done my research into EMEA, guys. Fair, to be fair. Into Ascension EMEA, I mean.
Mm, okay. Um, I mean, okay. This has been asked, so I'll ask your opinion on VLT backing from the tournament. Uh, due
Should
to
have done it
playing.
before the tournament.
Okay. Okay. One one ACA org that you realistically think you can take to the franchise over Bleed, let's say, since you mentioned Bleed as your favorite, right?
Be a part of the Bleed team, but I think you guys already have the coaching staff in the bag,
No, it's
so.
like other than Bleed. Let's say if you were confident that you can beat
Ah.
Bleed, which team would you pick and coach with the
So
belief
I want to make my own team though.
that is not possible, right? If you make your own team, you can't beat Bleed because you have to qualify for challengers, then ascension playoffs. Like realistically, I'm asking if you were to pick a team and you were to pitch them that my mission is to take you to franchise in 2024, right?
Uh, I don't know. I would say none then because like I think the closest to you guys, at least right now, is probably Boom. But I don't know if I could do that for Boom as a head coach because they don't even speak my language.
So Boom already has
So
a head coach, right?
yeah. I have to cut. All teams have a head coach in that way.
No, not really.
They don't. Like all
No.
top teams, I mean. Then I would just stick to my current team. No deal
Also
gaming.
strategic coach, maybe, if not head coach, right?
Uh, Again, like I would rather it be a new team rather than an existing team.
Yeah,
Because
but
I don't know of any good like I just saw Full Sense's announcement today. And it just seems like more of the same continue. Oh wait, I can include like Korea, right?
yeah,
Maru looks decent. Let's say
okay.
okay, Maru, why not?
Okay. Relay is
Maru or
asking,
Damwon.
do you think new guns should come in Valo? Maybe.
Yes,
Who knows? Like,
yes. It
I
is
think
time for
anything. I'm honestly up for anything that comes in Valo because that is the challenge of a coach. Whatever comes, you have to
comes on.
shape your team according to it and shape your play style according to it. You have to make sure that you still have a winning uh, argument. Yeah. Happily Damwon? Yeah, maybe Damwon, but Damwon has a head coach. So,
Yeah,
um,
Damwon has a head coach.
yeah.
Interesting. Oh, wait, I just want to clarify the VLT thing. Um, very weird for me because I agree with Penta that it was not cool. I also agree with VLT because I've been on that side and it's very annoying to play only on SEA servers when there
Yeah.
could be a veto system. But at the end of the day, I am on the side of professionalism, and I don't know how it happened, but I found out on the day of the event that it was happening, and I don't think that is cool at all. Um, but at the same time, I'm not against them taking a stand. I just wish they'd taken the stand before the tournament itself.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Global's expected place in Pacific League, in the
bottom
franchise league
five,
for Asia. Right.
bottom 5/4, I guess.
Okay. Which team is he coaching? He's coaching No Deal Gaming. Uh, okay. What else? Let me see what else. Okay, your favorite food.
Bread.
Okay, your favorite guilty pleasure
Like, in what sense?
in terms of food.
Okay. Guilty pleasure is cornflakes mixed with the bhujia.
What the fuck?
Ah,
Okay. Oh, what is your go-to cuisine? Like your favorite cuisine?
um, I mean, if I had to pick one cuisine, SEA,
Oh, you
because
kind of peaked.
but they don't have bread. Oh, sorry, I said if I had to pick a particular cuisine, I would say SEA. Like, um, yeah, but they don't have bread. Like, so I don't know. Like, that's why I can't pick a cuisine ever.
I mean, okay. I mean, Italian could have been. They have bread.
No, but they don't have flavor.
Italian.
Like the flavor I like, like
Oh,
SEA cuisine has that complex flavor, umami with sweet and spice and all that
so
mixed in
Mexican
together.
maybe.
Mexican could be a decent shout, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. My guilty pleasure is Mumbai Chinese bhel. Yeah, dude, that is
Why
amazing.
you feel
Honestly,
guilty about that, bro?
maybe he feels guilty because he doesn't want to have
Because when the guy makes it
it.
into the bale and that gives it flavor.
My guilty pleasure is having ice cream in winters. Honestly,
Why do you feel okay? Cause cold. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I like naan too. Any bread, guys. I'm a bread lover. So if I had to pick a
And
cuisine, I would pick bread as my
my
cuisine.
guilty pleasure is
Any
actually
bread.
pineapple on pizza. If you look at it that way.
Oh, actually, that might I might steal your answer. I've recently started liking it, but not like normal pizza. I think like it has to be barbecue pizza
No, so I'll
with
tell you.
like
I'll tell you. Okay. So the toppings, I'll tell you. It has to be pineapple,
uh
cheese, jalapenos, and corn. Nothing else.
corn.
Yeah, golden corn, not baby corn, or golden corn.
Yeah, I don't think I would like corn on pizza.
Pineapple pizza is god tier if it's coupled with all this Indian
Yeah, I
and
I made pizza at home recently, and I made my own pineapple pizza.
yeah.
And I think Hawaiian is where it started, and that's why I think Hawaiian is probably best because Hawaiian is actually barbecue sauce, not tomato sauce.
No, but you have to understand Hawaiian. The toppings earlier, what it used to be was cheese, pineapple, jalapenos, and black olives, and nothing
Yeah,
else.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, unsub this channel. Wow, guys, please subscribe. See, even Nightbot is coming and saying,
हाँ देखा है ध्रुव का. So
"Will
Nightbot panicking.
will Riot have Agent Veto in 2023? An opinion on it? See,
No,
yeah,
I would love. I think the moment Agent Veto comes is the first moment where I can truly say that I have an edge over everybody from CS:GO. So I would love for it to come, but
yeah.
no,
Opinion.
I
My
don't think.
opinion is
23.
it is not coming. Hopefully, and
24 or 25, I
if
think
it
would come.
comes in 2023, it's very premature.
When do you think it should come? I think 25 is a good
Once
year
they
for
have
it to come.
28 agents,
How many do they have now?
I don't know, maybe 18 or 20.
No, they have more than 18.
Around
Like
20 maybe then.
21 or 22, I think. How many Valorant agents are there? Oh,
So,
you're right. I think you're right. Unless who Harbor is the most recent agent, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, this
Harbor is
comes Harbor.
agent
So
21.
But according to
But
this is
there are
20,
only
okay, yeah,
20
20
agents
playable
because
agents.
Agent 8 was never
Yeah.
released, right?
28. Ah, so yeah, perfect. Then we agree. 20 by 2025, I think there will be 28
Yeah,
agents.
so that's what I,
Perfect. Yeah, I agree then.
yeah.
Hawaiian
Yeah,
pizza originated from
ominous.
Canada. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, ominous is saying someone at the boot camp ordered two pizzas. One was normal. I ate a slice. And then opened the other one. It was pineapple. I threw it instantly. Later found out it was scary who ordered it. Lost respect.
Uh,
I don't think I'll ever order pineapple on pizza. I'll make my own or I'll customize my own. Like if there are shops or restaurants that allow you to customize your own pizza, then only I'll order pineapple on pizza because it has to be a select choice of ingredients that go in. Don't you think team with least changes in the roster has higher chances? Not necessarily, really. It just depends. If it's a new team, it depends on how well they have been conditioned by the coach and the support staff, and also how easily they are able to gel. Abdullah going to bootcamp anytime? Yup, in a few days, in a couple of weeks. Rapid. What was your question, Darshan? Wait. What was your question, Darshan? Question to both. Are you guys hyped about Anti, Kali, RVK, Helef, and DM lineup for esports LAN?
yeah.
I mean, it's okay. The thing is, the team name that they've chosen, which is Team Obey, it's a very old name from CS:GO, originated from CS:GO, where they made a mix team from the best players available from Kolkata, and they participated in tournaments with the name Team Obey and won a few tournaments. आपने उस दिन कौन सा पास्ता बोला था एक बार बोलो प्लीज. इट्स मिक्स सॉस पेने पास्ता और इफ यू कैन हैव रिगाटोनी प्लीज रिगाटोनी with garlic, bell peppers, zucchini and broccoli. The next act will see the tournament mode. It should either the next act or some other update after it, because uh, I think before stage 2 there will be relegation, and you will have to find out. Riot will need to find out the teams that qualify for the relegation. So
Wait, relegation for what?
there's relegation from challengers as well, right?
Interesting. Okay. I just thought there would be open qualify. I mean, wait, but you mean relegation next year or like within splits?
Within splits, from split 1 to split 2, there is relegation.
Oh, nice.
OC has two relegation slots. I don't know about MYSG. I haven't checked, but yeah. I think MYSG also has the same format. Top 6 go to playoffs, and the bottom 2 are maybe relegated.
Ah. Wait, so this is
That's
not the only qualifier in the year.
no. There'll be an
Nice.
in-game qualifier as well, right?
No, the in-game is just like a tournament mode. How does that connect to challengers?
Yeah. So according to what Riot wrote earlier, the winner of that in-game qualifier, right, that in-game
Ah.
tournament, will get a chance to play for one of the 2 relegation spots.
Oh, nice.
Rayleigh is asking CA bhai honest answer dena. Don't you think it was unnecessary to remove Vibor from VLT?
ये honest answer, bro. 5 साल में पूछना.
When will you get to know more about SH challenges? I don't know. Maybe if some more leaks come, like someone
I
else
believe
reports it.
January 6th.
But I think in a couple of, I said this 5 days ago, in a couple of weeks, so I think more, maybe 10 or 11 days, you should get an announcement.
So what is the January 6th announcement?
What is there? January 6th announcement is the new map, right? The new map PBE starts from 6th or 7th.
Okay.
Now the most important question, who's winning the Premier League? Yes, ominous. I know you and CA both want Arsenal to win.
Say it, though. I will not jinx it. But
Good Momo ka thela is hard to find in new places. Thank you for that information, Amit. Yeah, the new
makes
map
sense.
PBE. PBE starts from 7th. The new map
No.
teaser is January
Yeah.
6th. The new map
Yeah.
teaser is January 6th. Teaser or trailer or whatever you want to call it. Just say yes or no. Detailed answer mat dena. Okay, Relay is asking for an answer for the previous question.
Yes or no to was Vibor removal necessary? No, it was not necessary.
Did you guys get early access to the new map? I think so. I don't know.
You will find out by following both of us on our socials.
Yeah,
Easy
I
plug.
mean, I think we were contacted. I think we sent our details, but depends if we get the accounts. Like until we get the accounts, like honestly, we can never like think about saying yes or no.
Right. Can we do like last 10, 15 minutes or 5, 10 minutes? I have to go apply for my visa.
या सीए भाई को व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में ऐड कर दो मस्त लीक्स चूस लेंगे फिर इनसे वाओ looks like it's gonna be split up. Okay guys, so final 5 minutes, please. Any questions, guys?
Ooh.
Please do tell us.
Split dark mode would be really cool. Legion split, basically, right? Because
Yeah.
split is the headquarters of Valorant Protocol. Or Kingdom, sorry, no, Kingdom Corporation. Wow, that
Okay.
would. I might make a reel on this. Whoever
Ominous
said
is
that, thank you
saying,
for
do
the
you
idea.
think we should get a fifth agent category in Valorant? Other than the already existing 4 roles, which is Duelist, Initiator, Sentinel, and Flex. My idea is for the vague Flex role that everyone throws around, proper dedicated Flex agents in the coming future.
No, but see, I agree with you from like a esports perspective, but that is inherently flawed from a game design perspective. You cannot make a role flex. Like, there's no
Yeah.
point in it being a role if it's flex.
Yeah.
From game design, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to make a new role, let's see, there's people who hold down sites, there's people who initiate fights, there's people who control. I would split controllers into two actually, because I think there's different types of controllers. So yeah, just split controllers into two.
Yep.
And more like Harbor, please, so people stop hating on me when I like Harbor.
Yep. Any question with visa? Where are you going? Pranay is asking.
I'm just applying for my UK visa, so I can go whenever I need to, because Varsha is in UK.
Yep. Okay, serious question. Serious Godspeed and CA भाई का ट्रियो टर्क वीडियो कब मिलेगा? कभी नहीं.
No, never say never. Wait. We'll do it. Okay, wait. I can't think of a good wager yet, but at some point, for
Okay,
everything has a
I'll give
price.
you guys a very easy wager. If we get into franchise,
Ah, done. If all three of us are in franchise, done.
yeah.
Done.
I'll go for my solo as well. If I get into franchise, I'll do my
Godspeed will twerk the minute Bleach start winning.
yeah.
That's it.
You know that dog meme with the spectacles on and
Man, real team in Ascension. Wow.
Sirius is a better farmer than Rushi. I mean, that is why he's the head of content,
Sirius is one of the OG farmers, bro.
Yeah.
And I think, in my opinion, the best farmers don't farm every. That's why I like Sirius.
Yeah.
He comes in once in a while and makes a big splash.
Yeah. The way I see Valor's solely transition into Overwatch, never going to happen. Did either of you happen to watch the G Scream? Like, never. I would never watch it.
No.
Uh,
Why would you do that to your team?
He's from Punjab, yeah.
I just realized what you meant by that.
Yeah. Any type of comment on the G Scream leak. It's just, I have gotten access to a couple of other leaks from, orgs that are bigger than G, like much, much, much bigger. And I've always deleted them, and I've always told the person who gave me access to delete them as well, because that is unethical and that can cause serious harm to careers of many people. Because what you say in a closed setting should always be in a closed setting. You already saw it with Crips, and that was just a trailer. Imagine
Bro,
what
it happened
players.
to me.
Imagine
Like
what players talk about.
Yeah, but during the first fucking APAC, exactly like it happened to Rossi, by mistake he showed the link.
Oh no, not I'm not saying that. I'm saying imagine what happens if they find out what we talk in between the scrims,
yeah.
how we talk, what we say, and all. Like a guy tried to sell the word to me. Yeah, so the guy who gave me access to other like words
Lol.
was the guy again wanted to sell it, and I just deleted it, and I told him to delete it as well. I don't know if he deleted it or not, but I'm hoping he did. I never like I would never do something like that because I know how hard people work for their careers, and such information or whatever it was there, if it got public, I'm honestly saying every player and every member who was in that scrim would get cancelled.
Wait, the leak happened through Rossi's stream, right?
Oh, I don't know about the G one. I'm talking about the other ones. Like
No, but GE one, because that's what I was told, and I want to know
I
if
have
I'm
no
mistaken.
idea. Someone said it happened through Rossi's stream. Some said it happened through Spin's stream. Like I don't think it happened through anyone's stream. I just think someone was maybe streaming unlisted and their Discord or anything was connected. So they gained access to it.
No, but if their Discord was connected, they would only be able to see it. It wasn't like a. I think yeah. So okay, chat yeah. So it's literally what happened to me. Like I was streaming, like one of my unlisted streams ka I showed link, Google Drive link, and someone fucking it wasn't even the entire link. Someone extrapolated that link perfectly and got it. And I think that's probably what happened to them too. They
Uh,
probably didn't even show the full link and fucking people are insane, bro. When it comes to leaks, like straight up.
बाय द वे आपके पास कोई ऐसे सीक्रेट्स है जो करियर एंड कर सकते हैं स्पोर्ट्स में किसी का आई कैन नॉट से एनीथिंग ब्रो I don't think any career needs to be destroyed in esports. Let's just leave it at that.
Full link, lol.
But yeah, so apart from that, I would honestly say any closing questions, guys, because CA has to go.
I don't know what Rossi should play. I'm not his coach.
Yeah,
What?
and also you also shouldn't care because there are three support stuff now. It's high time org store data and SQL database. Yep, that is true. Honest. Watch से बच कर अगर सीन में रहना नहीं भाई because see who will listen to me if let's say I go क्या सपोर्ट स्टाफ पैसा कमा पा रहे हैं भाई हम दोनों यहाँ पे वेले बैठे हैं रात के 11:30 बजे डू यू रियली थिंक हम पैसा कमा रहे हैं
I mean, it's not like paisa nahi kama rahe hain, but no, it's nothing mainstream money or anything like that. At least in my case.
very
Apparently,
much
Sven
so
was
in my
hurt.
case I'm very yeah very much so in my case as well but hey man it's not just about money maybe sometimes it is about money as well because you have to fend for yourself right but most times it is not because if it was all about money then we'd be in different careers honestly not in esports
Very
uh,
true. Good night, Panaga.
what's been going वो पैसा नहीं कमा पा रहा भाई सिंगापुर तो नौकर भी जाते हैं भाई
Direct knocker.
what your voice is not audible
Direct knocker पे क्यों पहुंच गए?
nahin, I'm just saying there are lots of people who go to Dubai okay there are lots of people who go to Canada to study and earn load shit of money and with their money then there are loads of people who go there to become jhalmudi wala and cab drivers and whatnot
Yo, there's an Arsenal game.
yeah after like
Tonight?
12:30
Perfect. Let's go.
Godspeed पे
We'll
पहले से
finish my
पैसे हैं
work and
अमित
have dinner.
honestly uh, I cannot say anything but someday I'll tell you the entire story of what came to be and what was what and then you guys will understand but yeah bleed Godspeed not making money okay hey man bleed is a fantastic org I'm not saying anything about bleed it's just that if you understand the kind of money everyone is making and then you might have the wrong idea about how much money we are making it's just because you see a lot of stuff and you believe everything. It's not always that green, you know. So you just check Twitter before going to the work. 40 lakh का पैकेज है हाँ भाई 40 लाख.
Ali Slak. Hi.
Yeah, guys. So thank you guys, everyone, for coming for this chat session. Guys, please like the stream. Please go follow CA on Twitter. Please go follow me on Twitter. Please go subscribe to CA's channel. I mean, I don't have to say this, but yeah, and please subscribe to my channel. I definitely have to say this, but yeah, I mean, honestly, just do whatever you guys want to do because even if we say, I know that you guys will because I know you guys love us. So, what happens if due to
Yep.
black? Wow, Sarkari hater. That is a very dark question.
Name tracks. Name tracks.
Good night, Godspeed. Say good night, Pranay. Rook.
Good night,
I'll
Pranay.
make a group for you, Pranay. Rook.
Group?
Just so that CA can also know everything and Pranay we can also exchange. Next stream most probably Sahil kal hogi. Hopefully. I don't know, man. If I get time, I'll do it. I'm not one to make excuses, you know, but the year started off very well, but you know, I'm just going to say that there are many things, you know, that I'm sort of jostling with right now.
Hurdles.
Yeah, hurdles which shouldn't be there. Like it's just fuck all hurdles, you know. Will you be watch partying Mumbai Land? I might be, but it might not be on my channel. I mean, someone wrote he would give us 10 gifted if we leaked something about essay challenges. Right after
Nah,
we
that's too
leaked
cheap.
everything about essay challenges, literally.
True fuck.
I'd rather G for that. Yes, Darshan, nice. But no buy-in, man. At least make it 20. No buy-in for that group. You guys have already gotten so much information, honestly. Like, okay, so you guys have the inherent edge of advantage that this stream won't go anywhere. Because see, I'm pretty sure who that is. Sangwan Shares will not be watching the stream, okay? And if he doesn't watch, he will not clip anything. So this is not going anywhere. So you guys are the exclusive owners of this information. I imagine.
Yeah, true.
लीक से तो हो जाता है अरे गॉस्पेल रोहन भाई का पॉइंट्स देखना वो अभी 4 स्विगी ऑर्डर सेट कर सकता है हाँ आई नो like yeah so yeah guys there's a lot of redeem options that will be there for when we stream casually and also I would be doing a lot of playing streams as well. I just want to stream more because I understand that the live section will be filled with all of this and hopefully I'll be summarizing these videos and doing into like making these live streams into videos possibly uh, cutting all the noise from between and you know just making it about my conversation with CA, like focusing on the guest. Who will be the HLTV player of the year? Has to be simple this year, even though he was bad. Has to be simple and maybe very closely could be Yekindar and Zaivu. बहुत रेडी इमोशन है बट ऑप्शन का रेट देख के yeah what do you guys think will win esports land? Yeah, this could be the final question. See, who you think is going to win the esports premier series?
Esports Premier Series. I don't even know which teams are there except the Obey. And I think God's Reign is there, no?
Yeah, God's Reign, Obey, Reckoning.
Because Tricky. Oh, and that's all.
Reckoning is bringing you know their sort of
Dominic.
team. Yeah, no, Fishball and Zeke from abroad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
God's Reign, Reckoning, Obey,
And one
or
more.
फिर Lethal, right?
Maybe yeah lethal yeah.
Obey. I think Obey is going to win.
Yeah. And guys, it's not Obey, Darshan. It's Obey.
Obey.
Yeah, no, Darshan is saying OBEY, so I'm just telling him that. So there's ROG and RNT as well, so there are 6 teams.
Oh, R&T is a good shout, to be fair.
Yeah. I think if RNT is there, RNT would be the favorites.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I saying? I have the schedule right.
टोटल 6 टीम्स कैसे भाई? 4 क्वालिफायर थे, ये लोग 6 टीम कैसे ला?
Wait, I'll 6 teams. हाँ बात तो सही है.
Probably invited 2 teams. Interesting.
Yep. So yeah. Wait 1 second. I think I have.
Oh, last 2 qualifiers at 2 slots.
So
Okay.
okay. So
Nice.
there is very interestingly there is Hyderabad Hydras.
What? Isn't that a mobile gaming org?
I don't know, man. There's Hyderabad. Okay, no. This is something else. Fuck. My bad.
They Free Fire, you must be looking. They have Free Fire.
No. This is some other tournament. Fuck. I leaked something. My bad, guys. I leaked something.
Said you leaked something, they wouldn't have realized. But nice.
Yeah. But there is some, I don't know, some tournament where they are. No, it's not Valor. It's, I mean, it might be. I can't say what game it is and what.
Don't dig a big.
Yeah.
Boutique Castle is done? No way.
Yes, Pranay. My bad.
No way. We
I
actually
thought it was
beat
the esports Premier
Chelsea.
Series schedule. The Premier Series schedule was just above. Wait, fuck me. I got surprised as well. But hey. Yeah. So guys, thank you for visiting the stream. Please make it 50 likes, and uh, as I said, please go follow CA. Go follow me. Go subscribe to CA. CA's link is literally in the title. YouTube link is in the title. So just click on CA Cast and you can just go to his channel and subscribe to him. And obviously, subscribe to me as well if you want. Right? It would be very pleasant thing if you subscribe to me, Pog. And do go watch my shorts. I've been meaning to upload more and more shorts, and I'll be uploading another short tonight. So yeah, please go check those out. सीए भाई को व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में ऐड करो पहले. गुड नाइट प्रणय. रेले ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. if CA wants he can. Yeah, I will add him but I won't force him.
What? Yeah. What is this? I'm not casting him. What WhatsApp group?
My members WhatsApp group.
Oh. Yeah, why not? Whatever.
Okay, so I'll give you the
I
link.
have to run though, because I have to
Yeah, so
finish
thank you
before
CA.
12.
See you.
Yes. My
And
pleasure.
thank
Thank
you
you for
all of
having
you.
me.
Yeah man, I mean pleasure is all ours. And it's always a fun time. And like
Yeah.
looking forward to like more streams now that after like all of this ends, this off season sort of thing ends and we are back to work.
Yeah.
And yeah, good luck to CA and his team for the challenges open qualifiers. It starts from the
Thank you.
5th
Thank you.
and I hope the team makes it because uh, they have Dooman, someone I personally love as a player, and I would love for him to be part of the challenges circuit. So podcast तो बहाना है, main चीज तो मसाला है. I mean, see, I could just label it masala and just give you all the masala, but no, you guys asked a question to which we responded, and then whatever happened. But I don't intend to give masala as masala. If you ask questions, obviously you'll get answers. Thank you, CA, for coming in. Sorry for keeping you waiting for so
No
long.
worries. It was my first
Because
time being interviewed live, so I was very excited. Thank you for having me.
hey man, I mean, as I said, I this is something I want to do more often, because like you said, you interview everyone, nobody interviews you, right?
Yeah.
So it's a refreshing change, and also there are some things that people did not know about you, right? About your league, your passion, and how you came into teams, how you approach teams, how you sort of went by in your duties as analyst. How did you feel about an analyst and being as a coach, how you strongly feel about being a coach now and everything, right? So there are some
Yeah.
things that people do not know, and I just wanted to bring those forward. One last question though, I'll ask you, okay?
Yeah.
And these are a culmination of three questions, okay? So first
Okay.
question is five pointers you would give to any aspiring caster or any caster that wants to improve.
Um. Okay. Let's start simple. First thing would be to stop letting gigs or people in your scene tell you if you're good or bad. You'll know if you're good or bad. Like if you can't judge if you're good or bad, you're bad. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Um, Number two is please put in the work. Like we charge day rates that would be obscene to a lot of mainstream media because we put in a lot of work pre-hand, like in terms of every aspect, like phrases that I want to say, um like analytical research that I may do if I'm a color commentator, or voice modulation that I'm trying to learn. Anything, just put in work. It's not just turning up on the day of cast and doing it. Number three, look good. You are a presenter. At the end of the day, nobody wants to see you like look like a caveman on stream. It just, I don't know. I never found casters like who don't dress up, not necessarily dress up like me, like wear formals and bow ties. You can be like Veli. Veli is a caster who did Red Bull Campus Clutch. Dude showed up in Hawaiian shirt, half shirt open,
Yeah.
just looking like a boss. That's also dressing up. You get your own style, figure it out. But yeah, like look good. Number four would be, yeah, stop. Um, don't let your co-casters force you into a style you may not want to do. Make sure you define your relationship early. That's something I learned the hard way. And number five, and finally, would be to stop aspiring to be a great Indian caster. It's not good enough. You'll never be a good Indian caster if that's all you want to be. Always aim for the clouds,
So set
at the
higher
very least.
standards, right?
Yeah, I mean, not just standards, but like ambitions.
Yeah. Cool. And again, now moving on to five pointers you'd give to anyone who wants to become a coach.
Don't. You know, um, Be a leader, be clear in what you want, and how you want to achieve it. Clarity, basically. Be confident. You can never be wishy-washy as a leader. Uh, Number four, five. Yeah, have an identity. Don't just copy pasta everything you see internationally or nationally or whatever. Like, don't just say things because you've heard streamers say things. Like, don't use the word conditioning because it looks cool. Like, actually try to understand what conditioning is. Put your own spin to it. Try to explore it a lot more. Things like that. And lastly, same thing as casting. Don't try to be India's best coach. It is pointless. Aim for the clouds.
Personal attack, guys. I wanted to be India's best coach once.
Yeah, but you also wanted to win Masters and Champions.
Yeah, but like steps, right? I wanted to be India's best coach. I
Yeah, so
believed I did
steps is
it.
fine, but I'm talking about
And then,
people who are like, I am India's best caster, or I am India's best coach. Bas, bhai, ho gaya.
yeah, that is,
That's
yeah.
yeah. There are people. There are many people. I know you know people like that.
Yeah,
So
I know, I know. Okay, this is very good. And the final would be five pointers you'd give to any team who's looking for a coach.
who's looking for a coach? Do your due diligence. Don't just pick up any random coach. Um, Trials, always trials. I got to experience my very first trials last month, and I was blown away by how fruitful they can be to like explore the relationship between a team and a coach. Um, Understand what you want from a coach. More so, do you want a leader? Do you really want someone to come and take over your project? Because if you don't give the coach that leeway, then he's gonna get frustrated. Um, yeah, be very clear with how you want your coach and respect the coach's time, and make sure the coach is respecting your time as well. You don't want someone who isn't on the same page as you with respect to commitment.
Well, that is it. CA, thank
Thank
you,
you.
and I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Good luck with your visa application,
Mm-hmm.
and
Thank you.
yeah, I I hope for you and Omnis' sake that Arsenal do end up winning the league. But
No, don't say it. No, you jinxed it.
yeah, I mean, I
Not like
also
this.
said but, so who knows?
Okay. You're not an Arsenal fan, so it's okay. You can't jinx it.
Yeah. Coach, tell my other coach I said hi. Hello, Domain.
Yo, aren't you supposed to be asleep, bro?
Oh, yeah. That's a different case altogether. It's 2:30, Domain. Come on. It's 2:30. Remember what I used to tell Shinsei? Yes, sleep now. Okay, Domain. Good night. Good luck. Good luck for the challenges. I hope I see you and CA in the league. And yep.
Yeah. Alright.
Hey
I
man.
will run.
Yeah. Bye guys. Good night. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, CA, once again for coming. And thank you, Doman, for reminding CA that he has to come here. I just told Doman, hey, is CA there? He's like, yeah. And I said, just tell him hi. And yeah, so good night.
Godspeed says hi, dear from you. Like, fuck. And then I looked at my phone and I saw time. GG.
Yeah, man, it's all good. I knew that you were mostly working there, so I just told Doman that it's done. So just say hi. And yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you soon with maybe another episode very soon. Depends on people, right? But hey, good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Well, that's done.